Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully people can hear me loud and clear. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you are in here. Let me know because I never know whether I'm live or not. It's always a little bit fun and a little bit interesting. I'd love to know everyone's predictions for the game, everyone's thoughts before we get into it. But let me know in the comments if you can hear me loud and clear. Fingers crossed that you all can. I'm absolutely buzzing for this game. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully, lots of goals, lots of action, which is what we want to see more than anything, let's be honest, isn't it? I can see Watford taking this game, mate. Catch up soon, pure loyalist. That's a big shout. I think it's going to be a good game. To be fair, I think it's going to be a close one. I don't know what my predictions are yet. I'm going to kind of take it. I'm going to have a little bit of a think, a little bit dwell on the two. So, do you know what? Let's have a quick look at the two sides. Let's look at the two starting 11s. But as I said, if you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Honestly, it would really help me out if you could. We're trying to push on to see if we can hit 2,600 subscribers. Maybe if we can do well in this stream, get to 2,550. Ollie Baxter, do I remember you? Of course I remember you, mate. It's been a long time since I've seen you in the chat, mate. How you been? How are you doing, my friend? But let me know, everyone else, your predictions. Let us know in the comment section down below. Just give us a score prediction straight away, and I'll tell you mine after. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. Watford, one of the favourites to go up this season, as well as Sheffield United. Two good sides here, going to battle it out. I'm really excited for this one. It's going to be a good one. I thought we have to do this. Who did West Brom play last Saturday? West Brom played against Middlesbrough. We drew 1-1. It was a pretty poor performance from us, but getting a result against Middlesbrough at Middlesbrough, I think, is pretty good. Decent. Yeah, it's good to see you, mate. Fulham are not staying up, mate. Absolutely no chance of Fulham are staying up. I don't think so. I think you and Bournemouth are nailed on to get relegated. 2-1, in my opinion, says Cue Ball. That's bold. I like it. Do you know what? It's the same as me. I've gone for 2-1 Watford. I think Watford should dominate this game, but let's have a quick look at the two sides. But anyone else who wants to give their predictions, let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. I say it already. I've said it before. It honestly really, really helps. So we're trying to push to get, if we can get to 2,550 subscribers by the end of this stream. I think it's a big ask, but who knows? A lot of these live streams that we do for the championship games do really well. So I'm really hoping this one does well. Did you see against Villarreal? We were so good. If you're talking about preseason friendlies, you got to take preseason friendlies with a pinch of salt, in my opinion. I don't think you can really tell a lot about a club by just a simple preseason game. 3-2 Sheffield United. I'll pin that on the screen for you now so everyone can see that, and then we can come back to that if you've got it right. We'll come back to it. Okay then. Toby, 1-0 Sheffield United. Good to see you in here, by the way, Toby. Good to see you back in here. I did just see you ask a message, but good prediction. Sheffield United 1-0. I hope there's more goals than that, but who knows? So let's have a quick look at the two starting 11s. Obviously, Watford playing with three at the back, going for a 3-4-2-1 system with Bachmann in goal, Kabasele, Siriolta, and Craig Cathcart as a back three. On the right, Kamara, captain in centre midfield, Cleverley with Kayemba and Seamer at left back. And then the front three this front three is absolutely unreal. Emmanuel Dennis, Ismail Assar, and João Pedro. And then if you have a quick look at the Sheffield United team, Fotheringham in goals, Ender Stevens, Kieran Clark, and John Egan as about three. Norrington Davis at left back, a midfield of Norwood, Fleck, and Sander Berge, and then right back George Baldock, and then a front two of Jebison and ND. It's two strong sides from both sides, to be honest. I still can't get my head around the fact that Ismail Assar and Emmanuel Dennis are both playing and both starting in the Championship. It's absolutely mental when you actually think about that. The standard of those two players as well is crazy to think that they're both playing in here. But everyone, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. I'm really excited for this game. You know I love the Championship. I can't wait for the Premier League to come back because guess what? I've just recorded. We've just recorded the latest episode of the podcast and we've done all of our Premier League predictions and the top 8 predictions, relegation battle predictions. It was a really good episode, so that'll be out tomorrow. So we just recorded this just before this stream so that I could get on and do a watch along. It's interesting to see as well. Rob Edwards, the new Watford manager, obviously was Forest Green manager last season, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on in the Championship. Anas, hello, mate. How you doing, mate? How you been? Hopefully you're doing well, mate. Change of score. You gone what 1-1? Is that after you've seen the Watford attack? Because I'd be the same. Please, can you live stream more games? I absolutely love them. Yeah, mate, of course I will do. I streamed on Friday and I've streamed again today. I'm going on holiday next week. I might do a stream whilst I'm away. I doubt it, but I do lots of match reactions as well. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my match reactions, but I do match reactions all the time. So lots of content coming out this year. We're trying to really push and Hopefully by the end of the season, I know it's a really bold statement, but I want to be at 10k subscribers. That's the plan by the end of the season. What do you all think of this shirt as well? Just been sent in the post by FanHub. Really nice shirt. I really like it. Thanks to them. But I'm really excited for this game, by the way. And if you haven't already, as I said, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Also, get the link from this stream and literally forward it on to every single person you know. I want to see as many people as we can in this stream. I was hoping for maybe 10, 15 points if we can. So just forward it on to everyone you know if we can. Where are you going on holiday? I'm going down to Exmouth for a week. I've been to Greece for a week. I went Manchester for a few days. Now I'm Exmouth. I've lots of holidays before my girlfriend goes back to teaching at school. So going out all out big. But the players are now they're coming in the tunnel. It's good to see the football back again. And Watford in the Championship, a very, very big side to be in the Championship, and they usually do well in the Championship. But up against the Sheffield United side, which are, as I said, one of the favourites as well to get promoted themselves. So it's going to be a really good game. Two sides, I think, are going to be battling definitely at the top or in the playoffs. But as I said, my prediction is 2-1 Watford, because I think that just the firepower they've got, I believe, is too much personally. But we'll see how it all goes out. Oh, geez, it's so good to see football back, isn't it? I'm so glad it's back. I said it already in the last live stream. You don't realise how much you miss it until you just watch like just a little bit of a game. I love it. I love it. But ask me any questions, by the way, in the comments throughout this stream, by the way. It'd be good. I love hearing from all of you. It's good to see you lot in here. Similar people as before, and it's good to see you all back in again. And I'm going to be able to set up like a I don't know what I'm trying to say, so I don't know what I'm saying. You have to let me know if there's any other games that you want me to do live streams for, or let me know of any games you want me to stream and do reactions for, because I do enjoy doing these, because I'm watching the game no matter what anyway, so it's just fun. Times can be so boring without Premier League fancy code. Yes, everyone, if you haven't already, join the Fancy Premier League. There is the code down there. I've put it already in the chat before. I put it on Instagram, so hopefully a load of people have been joining, because there might be some prizes up for grabs with the winner. So we'll have to wait and see. Times can be so boring without football. Yeah, I know, mate. It's absolutely it's dreadful, isn't it? You know what I'm like. I'm obsessed. So I have to have my football. I still can't believe some of the players in the Watford side, like how on earth cleverly João Pedro, Sarr and Dennis are all playing in the Championship is ridiculous. Like, they are so good. And I have completely messed up the amount of subscribers it says on the banner at the bottom. Apologies. It says I've got 25,000. I really don't. I wish I did. There we go. Back again. But as I said already, guys, please do smash the like button, do subscribe. Forward this on to every person you know. I want to see how many people we can get in here. Hopefully we can get as many as we can. Sam, we should. You do the prizes on it. Yeah, no, I definitely will be doing some prizes for the Fancy Premier League. Hopefully it will keep growing, because we've got quite a few people in there actually this season. I've got season tickets for Fulham, and I'm going to Liverpool. I'm predicting a 2-2 draw against Liverpool. Jeez, that's a bold one. That's a big one. That's a brave one. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that now. I love that Watford shirt. I don't know if anyone saw my Championship shirt rankings. I really like that as a shirt. I've got a Premier League one coming out very soon. I might have a League 2 come out soon. I might do a National League one. You have to let me know, because you guys seem to really enjoy the shirt review videos and the shirt ranking videos. So I'll let me know in the comments if you want it, and you know me, I always do what you guys say. If you guys say you like a certain style of content, I'll push it out. But it's nearly kickoff time. We're only a minute away from kickoff. Rob Edwards, first time in the Watford dugout. A lot of pressure on him. He was appointed back in May, and obviously he won the league, League 2 with Forest Green Rovers. So it's a big jump. It's a big step up. I know the way it all went about, it wasn't great, was it? I remember Forest Green weren't too happy with how they appointed him as a manager, but it's going to be great to see how he does. There's a lot of pressure on him. To go from Forest Green Rovers in League 2 to the Championship side in Watford with the kind of calibre of players that he will have now. But we know what Watford are like with managers, so we'll have to wait and see how long he lasts in the dugout. But we are literally 30 seconds. We're about to kick off now. So can everyone make sure you have forwarded this stream onto every single person you know? Smash the like button and subscribed already. Hopefully you all have. Hopefully everyone in here is subscribed, because it's about to be kickoff and I'm buzzing for this. The Championship is back and underway. Watford are back in the Championship. And there we go. We have kicked off. We are underway. So smash the like button and do subscribe. But let's get right into it. And to start off with, Sheffield United have blasted the ball straight out of play, which is always a good start to a game. Honestly, when I say that's just straight out of play, then they literally just kicked it straight off the field. There was nothing good about that then. I've never seen a kickoff like that. But the ball played up top. Sheffield United straight away both times have been trying to get it up to the strikers. It's an interesting start. Usually Sheffield United known for their nice passing style of football, so we'll have to wait and see. And then Watford have given them the ball straight back. Jeez, it's been a very cagey start. That's not what you want to see. We're hoping some good football, some passing and everything like that. And the two sides have literally just passed the ball straight out. Watford and Sheffield United are the second and third favourites to be promoted. So there's a lot of pressure on this game. And now Watford have kicked the ball out. Wow. This has not been a good start to the game. 50 seconds in, we've already seen 3 throw-ins from players booting the ball out of play. Not obviously ideal. Obviously, it's really weird seeing Kieran Clark in a Sheffield United shirt. Obviously, was at the Villa, was at Newcastle. Now we see him at Sheffield United. A good player on his day. He's a little bit older now, so I'll have to see how he does in the Championship. Because the only thing about the Championship is it's very, very fast pace and lots of games coming throughout the time. But Sheffield United now on the attack, playing from left to right, and nearly got past his man there. What I always find weird about Sheffield United is the amount of players that chop and change. So every time I seem to watch Watford, if you watch them for one game every different season, the entire squad seems to just change entirely. I don't know if that's because of the link up with the way Watford run. They own a few clubs, but Sheffield United so far started the brighter side, been looking a bit more enthusiastic to attack, but it's been a very scrappy, cagey affair in the first 2 minutes. Both sides not really holding on to the ball. Neither side trying to dominate possession. Both just, here we go. Watford have won the ball back with Dennis now on their counter attack. Dennis, Sarr, and João Pedro is a front three that I would not want to be playing against in the Championship. Dennis now, can he get onto it? Dennis dribbles the ball out of play. Nearly does well there. But geez, Dennis's pace there got in behind so easily and so well. That is something that Sheffield United really have to be worried about and really watch, because a simple ball from João Pedro is a poor pass, a 1-2, but Emmanuel Dennis just gets in behind like it's absolutely nothing. Dribbles the ball out of play, but that's something to watch out for there. And Sheffield United now are trying to pass it around the back, trying to dominate possession, because it's one thing we spoke about earlier. They used to like to dominate possession, but they haven't so far in this game. They've not really got a foothold in the game. Every single time they get the ball, they seem to kick it out of play so far. But there we go. From just passing it around the back now, just dominate the ball. But the ball has gone through now, and he's got to the byline, whips the ball in, but there's no one there. Keeper smothers across, but there's not anybody in the box there. Not a single person. But if you're new, by the way, in the stream, do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,550 subscribers by the end of the stream. I'd really much appreciate if you could. It's been 3 minutes now, and Watford have started. You can see the pace in that front three. That front three should not be allowed. I don't know how it's allowed. The Championship say, no, it's ridiculous. Sarr is too good to be in the Championship. Dennis is too good to be in the Championship. And João Pedro is a very good Championship striker. We saw that when the last time they went up, he was kind of the catalyst. Him and Troy Deeney worked really well together under Cisco Muniz, I think it was at the time. But it looks like at the moment, João Pedro's playing on the right. Sarr's playing up top on his own, it looks like at the moment. He looks a lot more central than the rest of the players. But Baldock as well, a very good player. Baldock is a player I'm really surprised that no one went in for. I always think he was good enough to play in the Premier League. I don't know if it's just me, but you may disagree, guys, in the comments. Let me know if you think Baldock is good enough to play in the Premier League. Because obviously, he did well with Sheffield United. A lot of Sheffield United players did well, but he was one that I thought would have some interest from anyone, but no one seemed to really jump on him, which surprised me. But no. As I've said already, guys, please do make sure you smash the like button and do subscribe if you hadn't already. But there we go. Dennis has just beaten his man, put it through Kieran Clark's legs, and now he's on the counter. He's put the ball through. Sarr's beating his man. Sarr shoots. Oh, just wide. But again, we talk about that pace and that counter. How easily Dennis and Sarr just linked up then. Absolutely. Literally, Dennis gets the ball on the halfway line, puts it through Kieran Clark's legs, and then a counter attack starts. One pass, and jeez, the pace on Sarr there. He's put it wide. He should really do better with that as a finish, but it just shows you how easily Watford can cut this Sheffield United side apart with that pure pace that I spoke about before. That front three, I will keep going on about it. It was only about a season and a half ago that Man United was supposedly bidding for Sarr, and Dennis was linked with West Ham. Dennis was class last season. That's why I just can't get my head around the fact that now I take it back what I said before. It looked like Sarr was kind of playing more centrally. From what I gather, it looks like it's a front two of Sarr and Dennis, and João Pedro's kind of playing that bit of more of a free role, operating from left to right. It's a front three, but it's more of a liquid front three where they're all moving and interchanging. But I'm excited to see them in the Championship. Can you imagine the amount of goals they will score between the three of them and assisting each other? But Sheffield United now getting on the ball a bit more and trying to pass it around and trying to create space. But Watford with the players are like Cleverly, I always think is great in the Championship. Cleverly seems to be, nearly. Skull Raider, your TikToks are insane, Sam. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, mate. Skull Raider, I really appreciate that. Thanks, mate. That makes my day. Trying to grow on here as well. So if you don't mind sharing the stream, doing everything you can, trying to get to 2,550 subs by the end of the stream if we can. I think it's a big ask. We could do it if you guys help. But yeah, I appreciate the TikToks are doing really well at the moment. So I appreciate you doing that. Thank you, mate. It's much appreciated. Always nice comments like that. I never know what to say, but it's nice. We're interested actually, Skull Raider. Which account have you come from through TikTok? I should do women's football one day. Streams, or I've done reactions. I did a reaction to the final. I did a reaction to the semi-final. I did a reaction to the opening game of the Euros. I did quite a lot of women's football content. And I plan to just do a lot more content this year. This page hopefully will grow. As I've said, I've set myself a massive target for the end of the season, 10k subscribers if I can. You're a Sheffield United fan and hoping for them to win. I predict a 2-2 or a 1-1. That's okay. I get that. I get that. So far, I'd be worried if you're watching the game as well. This now, João Pedro's going clean through here. It's the counter-attacks like this with the pace that they've got going forward and the tricky players. Oh, my word. Here we go. Oh, he's beating his man. He's getting to the byline. He's about to whip the ball in. Sarr makes space, but it's out for a corner. Kieran Clark blasted it out for a corner. That's my worry. That is my worry. How easily Watford there. Again, Sarr coming in deep this time. João Pedro playing as the final man. And then Dennis on the far side. It's really working with the way the three of them are interchanged at the top there. Really well played. As I said, João Pedro and Sarr and Dennis. You can really see they've been working on that. And if you can keep them three fit, I honestly think Watford have to be promoted. I think you forget how good their side is, really. The fact that they've not lost any of these players. But now Watford have got a corner. Looks like Seema is over it. Watford have got a big side. Whips the ball in. Doesn't beat the first man. And that really, really bothers me. Really bothers me. No one can stop Sarr. He's pure rapid. Yeah, I completely agree, Skull Raider. But the ball's whipped in again and cleared again. Watford piling on the pressure now. I spoke about Sheffield United looking like the brighter side in that first 2 minutes, but since then it's been all Watford. Chances created, and Sarr again now whipping the ball in. And oh no, I thought he was going to win another corner then, but no. Sheffield United now getting the ball clear. Ashley Piggott, hi, I'm a Crew fan. I think we will go up. You've got a chance, mate. You have got a chance. If you haven't already, by the way, everyone who's in this stream, can you please do smash the like button and do subscribe? Honestly, it would really help me. Stacey Jones, come on, Sheffield United. You can win. Love, Stacey Jones. I rate that from you, Stacey. If you haven't already, Stacey, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. It would really help, by the way, Stacey. What's your score prediction, Stacey Jones? I feel like I've got to call you Stacey Jones now. You've said Stacey Jones. I've got to call you by your full name. You can't just come in and say full name and not call you by that now. But so far, it looks like Watford are going to really cause some problems for Sheffield United. They've not really, every time Kieran Clark or any of the players got the ball in that back three, they've really struggled. Who do I support? I am a West Bromwich Albion fan, but I do just love football. I am an obsessor. Literally, my life is based around football. So, of course, I'm watching this. And I'm watching this as well because this is a huge game. Two sides which really are both very much favourites to get promoted. We're looking at, I looked on the odds earlier, Sheffield United and Watford, second and third favourites for promotion. So there's a lot to ask from these sides. But anyway, Sheffield United now got a free kick just probably about 35 yards out now. Really wide. So going to be really whipping this in. And they've got some big boys in this team. I will say, Skull Raider, give me 2 seconds. After this chance, I will read you through the Sheffield United. Here we go. The ball's whipped in. And it doesn't beat the first man. Why can't professional footballers beat the first man with their crosses? Is it just me? Corners, everything. No one can do it. It really, really bothers me. Okay, I'll read you through the starting 11 quickly for you now. Here we go. I will do it now for you. Here we go. So Sheffield United are playing a formation that is a 3-4-1-2. And the three... Oh, here we go. Is there a chance though? Kieran Clark smothered it up. But 1 second, let me just tell you, Dennis is going through now, but the keeper comes running out. So in goal, they've got Fotheringham, Kieran Clark, John Egan, and Norrington Davis. The back, then the midfield, Ender Stevens at left back, John Fleck, Norwood, and George Baldock, and then Sander Burge and Jebison and Ndie up top. Pretty strong, a pretty strong squad. There you go. That's the starting 11. Sheffield United 4-1. That's a bold one. That is, Stacey. That's a big score. I would like to see that many goals, to be honest. And either way, as being a West Brom fan, hopefully we'll be competing with these two at the top. But looking at the squads, I think both Sheffield United and Watford have got better squads than West Brom. So good luck to you guys this season. And this is going to be a great game. You can tell already the quality in both sides, that the football already has been great. But Stacey, if there's 5 goals, then hopefully this stream will be amazing and we'll have some good fun. Because there's nothing worse than a stream that ends in a 1-0 or a 0-0. I say that the Burnley stream we did on Friday was really good fun. We've just had some more subscribers. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who's just come in and subscribed. We've just gained 4 subscribers. If you haven't already, guys, please do get all your family, all your friends, your dog, your cat, everybody you know to subscribe. But Dennis now going clean through. Here we go. Oh no, defended well, blocked well, and it falls back to the keeper. Jeez. I'm glad Jebison is starting. He was class in pre-season. I don't really know much about Jebo, if that's how you say it. I didn't expect that. Whoever comes first in the fancy league gets your glasses. Absolutely no chance because I can't see. I need the glasses. But no, so far, looking at it so far, I'm still yet to see Sheffield United actually have a shot on target. It's been all Watford so far. But you never know. Things may change as the game gets on. But as I said, let me know your score predictions in the comments. I'm excited for this game. It's got the recipe for a great game, hasn't it? Well, I think we all knew that before the game started. First place in the league gets a bucket hat. That might be what I might do. I've been gifted some things, so potentially I might give out some of the gifts in first place. But that could be a good shout, actually. Yeah, I think that might be what we might do. We'll say that. I think bucket hat's probably the best idea. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's a great shout. The bucket hat, by the way. That's a good shout. I can't believe that. We're only 11 subscribers off hitting 2,550. And I said I didn't think we'd hit it in the stream, but I think we could actually. So if you haven't already, as I keep saying, smash the like button and do subscribe. 12 minutes in, it is still 0-0, but it has been all Watford. Possession-wise, probably Sheffield United. Ball over the top. Oh, unlucky. George Baldock. That's what we spoke about earlier, about how if bombs on, gets so much space down that right-hand side. He's going to cause Seamer some real problems in this game. Is Watford's kit good? I really like the home shirt. I really like it. I don't know if you've seen, I did a video I ranked all of the Championship home kits, and I'm pretty sure that made the top 5, if I'm honest. I can't show you on this stream at the moment. Do you know, actually, I probably could. I can get a photo up on my phone for you. Whether it'll focus, who knows? But I will show you this very second. I really like it as a shirt. I think it's let down though by the sponsor on the front, because it is quite a big sponsor. But the away shirt, wow, the away shirt is absolutely amazing. There you go. That's the shirt. Got a nice pattern on it. It's not focusing, but that's it. Come on, Sheffield United, you can do it tonight. Love Stacey Jones. Hopefully they hear you. That's a yellow card for Kieran Clark. And I spoke about how he's going to be struggling for pace with the likes of the attack here. But he's tried to get touch tight there on Dennis, and he's just clipped him. Dennis has gone round him. He's just kicked him off the ball. There's no need for it. Kieran Clark is really struggling already. He's played 14 minutes back in the Championship, and he's already got a yellow card. And that's something we spoke about with his legs. Being older, you've got to be a bit more, I'm trying to think, a bit more switched on. When you're playing against players like Dennis, you can't be touch tight like that on them. But then if you're going to be touch tight, you've got to get to them before they get the ball, or you sit back and let them run at you. Skull Raiders sponsor ruins it, in my opinion. Yeah, I completely agree. But I think it's a lovely kit. Other than that, the away shirt, honestly, you'll get blown away by the away shirt. The away shirt is absolutely amazing. And Watford, there we go. I just spoke about passing and things being great, but Watford just kicked the ball out of play, literally straight out of play for a throw-in. But I'm really surprised at that from Kieran Clark. Really surprised. It's poor from him, really, because now he's on a yellow. He's cautioned 14 minutes in, he's got all that time still to play against that front three. If I was them, I'd just get somebody like Dennis or Sarr just to stick on him with his pace, and he will get sent off because you've already seen Kieran Clark's been Megs twice, and he just can't keep up with it. He just cannot keep up with it. But Sheffield United, there we go. Put the press on. Here we go. Is anything coming from this? That was awful. Awful. The quality from is it Ndia? I always call him Ndia, but I don't know if it's that. If that is how you say it. Let me know in the comments if I'm getting that wrong. Apologies if I am. But they've won the ball back here, and he's just got a simple 2-yard pass to that Jebison, and he's just passed it straight out of play. Simply not good enough. If you are going to be one of the best sides in the Championship, you've got to be able to do the simples like that and got to create chances. And that would be my only worry for Sheffield United so far. They've not lacked very much any end product. They're defensive. They've got a strong defense, but they're struggling with the pace and they're struggling to create chances so far. Oh my word! Watford putting the press on there and winning the ball back high. Baldock losing out to Seema, and Seema beats his man. Sarr gets it. Sarr passes it across to Dennis, and Dennis scuffs his shot. But again, the press of the pace of these players, it's looking like Sheffield United just are too slow. They're switching off again. Seema beating George Baldock. George Baldock, potentially, there's probably a foul there, but Seema just gets past him. Finds Sarr. Sarr passes it to Dennis. And Dennis tries to first time smash it, and he just really scuffs it. It's just as simple as that. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,550 subscribers in this stream. If we can, literally just smash the like button and subscribe. It takes you 2 seconds and it helps more than you can imagine. We do lots of Premier League, Championship, just lots of content all around. So hopefully you do enjoy the page. All right, Sam. All right, folks. I think Watford will take this game. Pure loyalist, I agree. I have gone for a prediction that I do believe Watford will win this game, especially after watching the early play. It looks like Watford are just dominating, especially with that front three we've spoken about. And I keep saying it, and probably the people are going to get sick of me talking about Dennis, Sarr, and João Pedro. And Sheffield United there, John Flex just kicked the ball out of play. You can tell this is the first game of the season. Players look extremely, and I mean extremely rusty. Lots and lots of possession lost, really simply. So far, 20 minutes in, 58 possession for Sheffield United, and Watford have had 3 shots and 1 on target, whereas Sheffield United have had no shots on target. So as I spoke about possession, it's all been Sheffield United with possession-wise, but chances-wise, they've yet to register a shot. And they've only had 1 touch in the opposition's box, whereas Watford have had 5. So, spoken about already. That's my problem with Sheffield United. I don't think going forward they're as strong, which is crazy when you look at the players and the money they've spent in recent years. When you look at Ollie McBurney, you look at Brewster, you look at there's definitely somebody else. Who's the other one? I'm forgetting somebody. There's other players in this list, strikers wise. Sorry, just grabbing a drink. Got to keep hydrated. If I'm going to talk and watch this game for 2 hours, that's how long these streams usually are. Got to keep hydrated because there's nothing worse than losing your voice. There's absolutely nothing worse. Actually, there is one thing worse, a 0-0. And this game hopefully will not be a 0-0. First 20 minutes, neither side has really tested either keeper. It's been, as I said, very cagey. Seema, I love as a left back. I always think he's a really good player. He's so strong. He's so powerful and good on the ball. Great. He's got a wand of a left foot. He's just defensively does laps. He has every game. There's always a mistake in him. I always think he just switches off for a couple of minutes in every game, but hopefully he won't today. But so far, now Watford trying to get on the ball, and Dennis has now just put it through somebody else's legs this time, but he's dribbled the ball out of play. He loves the Megs, doesn't he? He lives for the Megs. Sam, throw your hat in the air and try to land it on your head. I really won't. That's the problem. I can't do that. I can't do it. Honestly, I'd love to do that, but there's absolutely no chance it would work. Back in 5, okay, pure loyalist. I was hoping for more from the first 20 minutes, if I'm honest. I was expecting loads of goals. I was expecting both of these sides to... I was hoping for like a 5-5. I know it's a ridiculous scoreline to suggest, but I mean, I was hoping for lots and lots of goals, to be honest. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed in the chat. I will now have to change the banner at the bottom, but thank you whoever's just subscribed. We've just hit 2,540, sorry. And if we can, Let's see if I can't spell. 2,540 subscribers. We're growing massively at the moment, so appreciate to you guys, whoever's just done that. Sander Berge now shoots from distance, and that's a shot on target. Straight at Backman, but at least they're taking a shot. We've spoken about it. Sander Berge, an amazing player. Sander Berge, a player they spent a lot of money on. He's huge. He's very, very good on the ball. And I thought towards the end of the last season, under Heckingbottom, you saw why they paid the fee that they did for him, because I really like him as a player. He's very, very tall. It looks like Peter Crouch from a distance. And sorry, the long ball now at the other end. SARS, I know, giving the ball away. But a simple long ball over the top there again. And they're struggling, Sheffield United are, to contain him. Come on, Sheffield United, you can win tonight, says Stacey. So far, you've just had a shot, though. So you've had a shot. What's the code for the Fantasy Football League? Someone's got it in the chat. If you can put it back in for me. I don't know it off the top of my head, but somebody can put it in the chat for me, and I'll let you know. But at least Sheffield United have registered a shot now, and they're starting to look a bit more confident after that. But I've been really struggling with that Ndia. Is it Ndai or Ndia? You'll have to let me know in the comments. Is it Ndia, which is the first one we're saying, and Ndai is the second? But he's been really poor so far. He's given the ball away about 3 or 4 times now. Has really been struggling to keep hold of it. His touch hasn't really been there. I think for me, he's not started very well. I haven't looked on the bench to see what both sides' benches are like, because I think that's a huge thing as well in the Championship when you look at both sides' benches to see what firepower they can bring on in the second half. So let's have a quick look now at Watford and Sheffield United's benches, because nothing's really happening as we speak. Not a great bench for Watford. Billy Sharp, Ryan Brewster, sorry. Cadra, I didn't know had gone there. Ben Osborne, Max Lowe. It's a very strong bench from Sheffield United, but Watford now are on the attack again. They're starting to create more. Watford. They're coming down. Most of the attacks are coming down that right hand side. Anas has got the name of the. Has got the code. I'll send it you after Ollie if no one puts it in the chat. But ball swung in now. Dennis wins his header against Sander Berge, but misses by a mile. How on earth is Emmanuel Dennis beating Sander Berge in the air? How is that happening? I don't know. But the ball whipped in from that right-hand side, and Dennis leapt and got up onto that. Fair play to him, but loses the ball straight out. If you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Watford again on the attack now. Everything coming through João Pedro and Dennis. Dennis, for me, has looked like the most bright. And every time he gets the ball now, it's the 3rd time now a Sheffield United player has come through the back of him. Every time he gets one touch, it's just simply straight through the back of him. And as I said, I still can't get over the fact that no one's come in for Emmanuel Dennis. I wonder how much. There you go. There's the code. You want Billy Sharp. You want Billy Sharps to get the score for United. He'll definitely come on only towards the end of the game. He always does. He's the kind of player that he knows exactly what you're going to get from him. He always scores. But there is the code. But a chance now. Tom Cleverley whips the ball in for a free kick, and cleared. And Seema keeps the ball in, I think, just about. And Seema's trying to beat Sander Berge. Bit of trickery, but cuts back in. Saar gets the ball now and tries to chip it in towards the boxes. Dennis kept onto it. Dennis has got the ball there. Dennis goes down, and the referee tells him to get up. Was it a dive? It looked like it to me. It was very dramatic, but we'll have to watch it back in a second to see, was it actually a dive? But there's a shout there. Looks like there's a chance now. They're all pushing and shoving here. Lots of players getting angry. I don't know what's gone on there. I want to see that back again. I don't know where that all just stemmed from, but it's all kicking off. Lots of pushing, lots of shoving, but that's what we want. The game's getting tastier. It's getting more exciting as the game goes on. I need to see what's going on here. They're still shouting and still arguing. It's the Watford centre-back and Ender Stevens, I think, by the looks of it, that are going at each other. Here we go. So we'll see. They still haven't shown us what's actually happened now. Referee's still calling and having words with players. So John Fleck and the Watford centre-back have both been yellow carded. Did I see the women's football game yesterday? I did, Stacey. It was a really, really good game. I did a match reaction. It's massive, isn't it, really? I still can't get over it. It was a great game of football. England fully deserved it. Huge. I couldn't believe. I honestly couldn't believe they won. To be honest, I'm always, when it comes to finals and things, I'm always nervous. So I didn't think we were going to do it. But huge from the England women's, a great result, a really good goal, especially The first one, I think it was from Toon with that ball from Walsh over the top. A great goal, wasn't it? Let's be honest, a great goal. Yeah, it all came from Cleverly and John Fleck just kind of have a little bit of a push and shove there. Not really much in it. I don't understand why it caused such a big reaction, but it has done. I'm not going to complain because hopefully that makes the game a little bit more tasty now, and we can kind of expect to see a bit more of that. That's what we want, if we're honest, because it's not been the greatest of starts of the game. 25 minutes in, there's probably only been about 6 shots between both sides. So we'll have to. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens and waiting to see what comes next. But did everyone else watch the women's game yesterday? Let me know in the comments because it was amazing. I still can't believe we've won the Euros. Football has come home. This is exactly what I spoke about now. So George Baldock has gone down that right-hand side. I spoke about Seema not being great defensively and great block, actually. Great block. I take that back. Watford winning the ball back and driving on forward. Watford have been the stronger side for definite. Francisco Ciralta, the Watford defender that got the yellow card, and it was John Fleck, the two of them going at it. The big guy, that Watford centre-back, huge guy, actually. I watched it back now. They're showing us that penalty chance that we spoke about earlier. And Emmanuel Dennis could have gone down potentially. He could have gone down earlier, but he waited and waited. And then once the contact stopped, he then dropped. So I think he went at the wrong time. And I'm not encouraging players to obviously dive and things, but if there is contact, you go down when the contact begins. He kind of went down really late. It was like after the contact had stopped, which baffles me. I don't understand why you would do it that way, but hey ho, it doesn't really matter. The chance is gone now and it wasn't given. OMG, we've got so many people in chat. Well done, Sam. You deserve more. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. There's a lot of people in the chat tonight. And I love it. I love doing these lives. It's always good to see all of you lot in here and just chatting away, asking me any questions we want. And we're all just watching football together because we all absolutely love the beautiful game. As I keep saying, if you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,550 subscribers before the end of this. But Watford dominating the possession now, I think, in this last 5 or 10 minutes. But again, no substance, no end product. Because I think, to be honest, Watford, with the way they're playing, they suit more of a system well when they sit in deep and they counter with that pace to get in behind Sheffield United. But because Sheffield United now are dropping deep, there's no space in behind for the likes of Sarr and Dennis to get in with their pace. You guys might disagree, but let me know what your thoughts so far have been on the game. Still 0-0 though after 27 and a half minutes. Interesting the way Rob Edwards' sides have been playing. Obviously, new manager from Watford. I don't know if anyone's ever read up about it, but it's extremely interesting. You see the way he was appointed. Forest Green came out and said they weren't happy with the way he was appointed. It wasn't done greatly, if I'm honest. It was quite. I'm trying to think of the right word. It was quite dodgy the way Forest Green spoke about how they didn't think it was very good of what's the name? It was very good of Watford to do it the way they did. They kind of tapped him up from behind their backs. But anyway, Watford now on the counter-attack here now. But Sheffield United got lots of players in. Seema anyway gets beaten his man. And geez, a last-ditch tackle from Kieran Clark to go out for a corner. But they beat the last man there. Seema was nearly through. And it all came again from Watford winning the ball back and Dennis driving with that ball. And when he drives at that defence, players don't know what to do. So fair play to Watford. Watford now utilising the pace. João Pedro putting a great pass in and George Baldock was on the wrong side of his man, but Kieran Clark, a great tackle just before it went in. It's a very good game. This is very good game. Corner comes short now. Here's a big chance. Shoots from distance, but blocked again. Come on, Sheffield. You can do it, says Stacey. But you say that, Stacey. It's not looking good so far. It's been all Watford the last few chances. It's been all Watford so far. Yeah, so here we go. Another corner now about to come in. Watford doing like one of those train kind of things, from corners when they all line up and they're all lining up and it's causing Sheffield United some problems. Watford look like the taller side here. Can they get anything? Beat the first man this time. That's all you have to do. And he's beaten the first man. A great corner and it's cleared away. But can Craig Cathcart use his wonder bit of pace? And he does to keep it in. Fair play to him. And he puts the ball back. Watford trying to get that ball, work that ball back into the box. Sarr now standing up against Sander Berge. Can he beat his man? No, he goes back to Craig Cathcart. He's found himself in a left back position, whips the ball in, and not really a great ball, and that's why a centre back shouldn't be crossing the ball in now. And Sheffield United clear. Oh, exactly, Stacey. It's exactly what Stacey said here in the chat. Sheffield United can't keep the ball. Long ball now up to Dennis. Dennis, great touch there, brings it down. Can he find a pass, or is he going to go alone? He finds a pass. Here we go. Seamer's got the ball now. Seamer's got the ball. He's only left-footed, but he cuts in onto his right, and John Fleck clears. Really need to get hold of this game, Sheffield United, because they're just literally encouraging Watford to constantly come onto them. Now, Dennis has the ball, passes it inside to Cleverly. Cleverly to João Pedro. Back, and João Pedro loses it. And Sheffield United win a free kick just outside their own box, but they need to take a moment now. Sheffield United, get on the ball, slow the game down, because they're really, really struggling to get a foothold in this game, because it is all Watford at the moment, causing them problems down the left, down the right, down the centre. It's a Watford game at the moment. And as I spoke about those three players that are going to cause problems, and it's Dennis Maney who's been causing absolute havoc for Sheffield United so far. But if you haven't already, guys, if you're new to the chat, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Comment below your predictions of the game, the score. Let me know. Ask me anything you want, because we talk about anything in these streams. Come on, Sheffield United, you've got to keep the football. Yeah, exactly. Sheffield United need to just get on the ball. And I think it's Egan now. Has just gone down. Let's just watch it back. Did he get caught, actually? I'm trying to work out. Oh, yeah. Seamer caught his ankle there. Not a nice one. It's not intentional. He didn't leave it on him on purpose, but he's gone down now. But again, this just kind of takes momentum out of Watford's games. It's probably the best thing to do in these kind of moments. Just take a breath, get the team back together, get back into position, just try and get on the ball, just slow the game down, because we know Sheffield United are good enough to hold the ball, keep on the ball, pass it around, move it from side to side, and try and get Watford to come out, because as soon as Watford lose that ball, they just drop in deep, literally sit as far back as possible. And Watford are good at that, and you don't want Watford doing that, because then they counter-attack with that pace. And next Monday, my boys in West Brom are playing against Watford, so I'm excited for that. I won't be doing a watch-along for that, because I don't do watch-alongs for my own team, as in West Brom, because it'd be too emotional. I don't think I could do it with you lot watching me, because you'll all be laughing at me. Some of the face I pull, probably some of the things I shout, probably not best for YouTube. But I'll definitely do a match reaction and analysis after the game. Don't you worry about that. But Sheffield United now just kind of slow the game down at 3 or 4 minutes there, where they can just take a breather and just try and get hold of the ball. And as soon as I say that, they lose it straight away. Sam, could United win a trophy this season? Personally, I don't think so. I do really worry for Man United this season. Looking at the squad, I don't think it's good enough. I don't look at that squad and think there's anyone really there that I think, they're going to do okay. I'm not too happy with the squad. No, I worry. I know a lot of people might give a bit of stick here. We talk about Martial and Rashford. They've never really ever done it, have they? So it's a lot to ask. Martial's done it once in the Premier League. As I said, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're only 10 away from 2,550. If you want to watch more Premier League, Championship, all football content, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Here we go, Sheffield United now. Create a bit of space for themselves, pinging the ball around, and they're having a bit of luck here. Now, George Baldock whips the ball in. First sort of chance there, but it's headed clear straight away. And John Fleck lets the ball run out. Surprised me there, actually. Don't know why he didn't whip that ball back in straight away first time there, when they had men over there. Only 33rd minute now played. There's probably going to be about 3 or 4 added minutes, I'd suspect, with the way it's been going so far. But Sheffield United now got a throw in just outside of the Watford box and just in line. And they played the ball nicely. Ender Stevens now plays it to ND. And he steps up, passes it straight back in to Baldock. And I think players got in the way there. He's tried to let it through his legs, and I don't know what's going on now. Watford players just dribbled the ball out of play as well. It's a very weird game, this is. I think it's just two sides, very nervy, very cagey. Obviously, you've got Sheffield United with the pressure of playing up against Watford at Watford's ground, recently relegated Premier League side. And then you look at this Watford side, new manager, lots of high expectations, a lot of good players. So I think that's what's really scuffering both sides. But Sheffield United now, indeed, there we go. A little bit of skill there. Starting to look a bit more composed on the ball now, after I spoke about earlier about how he just seemed really off with the ball. But Sheffield United now passing the ball around, keeping possession, like I spoke about earlier, about the fact that they hadn't done that at all in the game, which really surprised me. But Kieran Clark, for me, has really struggled in this system. I don't know what's going on. I'd rather Ronnie leave. It's a really difficult one, because I understand why people would say that. But without Ronaldo, I don't know who would get the goals in this Man United side. ND now as a flick. He's kept the ball now. Big chance. He shoots, but straight at Backman. ND has to score there. Goes clean through after the flick on. He has to score that chance there. That's a huge chance. Oh, that's awful. Has to. What's going on with De Jong and CR7? No one knows, I don't think, to be honest, mate. I don't think anyone has a clue with what's going on with that. It looks like potentially De Jong going to Chelsea, supposedly, are in talks, but no one really knows. It's all been up in the air. But 14 weeks now, Man United have been in talks with De Jong. So for me, I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like it would have happened by now, but then this was like the Sancho dealing. Everything seems to be with Man United seems to take ages. Like, how long did it take Sancho to go to Man United? Do you remember how long he was linked for and the amount of bids and things? Crazy. 35 minutes in now, though, guys. And Watford just got the ball back after that bit of a little chance there. Well, I say little chance. It's a big chance, really, from Sheffield United. But Watford are on the ball now and caked into the other side's half. But I spoke about it before. I think Watford. Craig Cathcart put the ball into Sarr, nearly beating his man. They've tried that a few times now with Sarr and Dennis playing quite narrowly, and the centre backs just pinging the ball up to them. But it surprised me. I just feel like Watford, with this amount of pace, should really be sitting in deep and then counter attacking because they've got the players to be able to do it. Really do. But Sheffield United again losing the ball for about the fifth, maybe sixth time now in the last 5 or so minutes. And João Pedro has gone down there, fouled by Ollie Norwood. And Ollie Norwood now, how many times has he done that? I'm surprised he hasn't got a yellow card yet because him and Fleck, or Fleck's on a yellow card, but him and Fleck have been getting absolutely nowhere near players, leaving things on them, everything. It's not being great. That's a naughty one from Fleck, actually, just watching that back. Looks like he kind of leaves a bit of an elbow in there. Oh, no, it's just his hand. He just puts his arm across. But it is, for me, that's a yellow card. He's about second or third foul he's committed now. But Watford now, I've got a free kick probably about 35 yards out, but it's slightly off to the left. Still quite central, but potentially they might be able to do something with this. Left-footed, looks like Seamer standing over it and being able to whip a good ball in. A player that I've spoken about already in this game. I really do like Seamer. So we'll see now if Watford can do anything. Ball whipped in, doesn't beat the first man. Why does that annoy me so much? Why do they keep doing it every single time? But Sheffield United win their first header and then just clear it straight back to Watford. And you know exactly what's going to come back now. Watford are going to whip the ball out wide, try and get down the line, and then just whip the ball back in. Just with relentless pressure constantly. Really struggling to get anywhere near. Here we go. Just moving the ball around now. Watford trying to break this side down, passing it around. So when you see sides passing it around like this, round the back, Stacey says she'll be back in 10 minutes. No worries. Don't worry about it. As long as you subscribe, that's the main thing. We're trying to get as many subscribers and liking this stream if we can. But what we've seen with Watford here now, there's nice bit of passage of play, moving the ball around from left to right, trying to get Sheffield United players to come out of position and then exploit that space because that's what they need with this Watford side. With players like Sarr, they just need a little bit of room, a little bit of space, and those players can create absolute magic. So just you're seeing Sarr now on the right at 1 minute, then he's on the left. You can see it's very liquid formation. And the ball now, whip the ball in, but there's no one there. For some reason, João Pedro and Dennis both weren't there. The ball whipped in by the fullback, I think it was. Whipped the ball in, but just no one seemed to be there. Again, they're hitting the byline, they're getting there, but they're just not in the final third. They're just lacking that end product so far, Watford. But they're creating chances, they're looking bright. Watford now. Sheffield United now trying to just pass out from the back, but this Watford press straight back to the goalkeeper, and Dennis presses the goalkeeper who has to blast it up the field. That's the thing I've spoken about already. They're really struggling, Sheffield United are, with this press. It's been relentless from Watford every time. Every goal kick, every time they get the ball, they're on every single player, winning the first, winning the second ball. And Sheffield United right now being second best, they're really struggling with this Watford press, this Watford pressure and the passing football. And Clevy now trying to hit the ball up the field, and Kieran Clark has just had to head the ball out. Johnny Egan has had to kick the ball out of play. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. First game back after break is always a touch and go game. No one wants to lose their first. Yep, I completely agree. And I think I'd say that you can see this both quite nervy, both quite cagey. You can see both are trying. Watford are trying potentially a new style of play. Obviously, since Roy Hodgson was given the sack, they've kind of They've gone from that sitting in deep to now trying to pass it out, trying to have a bit of possession, trying to utilize these great players that they do have. But so far, it's not been working. But Emmanuel Dennis has been getting the ball, receiving it absolutely everywhere. But now João Pedro on the counter attack, but loses out. Kieran Clark, great tackle there. First time he's done something of worth talking about in this game. So I said I don't think he looks up to it so far, but it was a good tackle there from him. Stopped João Pedro and Dennis from breaking. And as I said, if you're new, by the way, to the channel, if you haven't subscribed already, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're 10 away from 2,550 subscribers. It would honestly really help if you could just smash the like button, subscribe, or just share this stream to anyone you may know that could help. The time is currently 22:09, and we are 40 minutes exactly into this game. 0-0 still. Watford dominated this game. Personally, Sheffield United I thought of being quite poor, but Sheffield United really have had the biggest chance of the game so far, and they should have done better with that. Really should have done better with that. Right, Dylan, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you back in the stream. It's been a while, but yes, it is 8:40, and it's Kieran Clark again. Then heading the ball out. Sorry, John Egan. I keep getting John Egan and Kieran Clark from a distance. The two of them look identical. They're both wearing the same coloured boots. They both got the same haircut. It's really driving me. It's driving me insane. 40 minutes played in the game. The game kicked off at 8 o'clock, bang on. So Seaman now steps up against George Baldock, whips the ball in. João Pedro. Oh, what a save. I thought that was in. What a save. Jeez, what a chance. So Seaman stands up to George Baldock, whips the ball in. João Pedro, great header, but what a save. Jeez, watch that back every time. Oh, no, João Pedro's headers comes off his shoulder as well, so it probably would have gone wide, but what a chance. Jeez, what a chance. I haven't looked in ages where are Walton and Hersham in the league of non-league. I don't know, actually. I haven't looked either. I'm supposed to be going back down. I'm potentially got some big news coming with the content on TikTok, so you'll have to wait and see how that goes. But it's growing really well at the moment, so thank you to everyone, by the way, who's come from TikTok. I don't know whether you have. But yeah, 40 minutes gone, only probably about 5 or 6 minutes left of this half. Watford have just had a big chance there, and they've just gone on another counter and just lacking that final product again. João Pedro nearly, but I feel like all it has to do is just for one of these passes just to be just a little bit more accuracy towards it. There's slight, just that little bit of luck maybe where it falls, and Watford will score because they're creating chances here. They're creating overloads from either side. It's all down the wings both times. All the chances that have been coming have all been coming down the wings. I'm going to sit back like this. You still can see me, can't you? If this is okay, hopefully it is because this is extremely comfortable. Watford now. Kabasele, it's mad to think he's still at Watford because obviously he was playing in the Belgian national side at one point. Dennis now got the ball and he's beating his man. But again, Norwood, there we go. Just leaving little tackles on plays. But Sarr, there we go. Sarr's tried to get in behind and they're just a bit too much on that pass. But they are going to create something because they're finding these spaces just a little bit off it there. And Sarr would have been clean through one-on-one again, as we spoke about earlier. But Dennis looks extremely bright in this. That front three is just a thing of beauty in the Championship. It's ridiculous. But the rest of the side has really struggled to find them at points. But what chance then with Seamer beating his man? George Baldock, poor from him actually. And João Pedro scuffed his header, came off his shoulder. Very close though. But it's well worked chance. Patient build up and hit the wings, as I said, and then whip the ball in. And Seamer, we all know he's all left footed. But he seems to just do the exact same thing every time. Just beats his man. Gabriel Lemma says 2-0 Watford. Is that your prediction? By the way, if you haven't already, please smash the like button and do subscribe. It does really help. But so far, we've got a few minutes left of this first half. And so far, as I've said, and I keep saying it, it is all Watford. Sheffield United really struggling, actually, to get hold of the ball, just to calm the game, not even slightly. They can't get anywhere near the Watford players. Watford just passing it around, spraying it around, creating overloads, creating spaces. And everything seems to be going through the Sheffield United defence, just mopping up balls down the channels. And Sarr now, quick throw in, but no one's up with Sarr. I spoke about this earlier. As much as it's great, Dennis and João Pedro finding spaces and coming deep, getting the ball, no one's getting around them. Sarr stepping up to his man here. Plays a 1-2 with plays a 1-2 with Sarr. Dennis wins the ball back again. And Dennis is toying now with the defenders, but he loses it. As soon as I say he's toying it, he loses. That's my look. That's the commentator's look, that is, when you compliment a player and they instantly lose it. But here we go. Counter attack now. George Baldock. He's driving with the ball and he passes it. Nebington, oh, jeez. Neberson nearly scored there. A great shot from distance. Curling to that far corner, but Batman trails back to his keeper, back to his line, sorry, and lifts the ball over the top. Nearly scored there from distance. It's a great chance there. Kind of really came from nothing. When you watch the shot back, it's not a great shot, but the keeper's off his line. I'm not sure whether he meant the chip. Whether he did or he didn't, it's a great save on Bachmann. But now Watford have got a free kick. You saw the video going around Norwich. No, I haven't seen that. But a corner now. 2 minutes added time, so a minute and a half left of this first half. Watford, Sheffield United now have a corner. Would go against the run of play, but it would be a great time to score if Sheffield United can, just before the end of the first half, get a goal in. It's going to half time really strong and really confident. I probably couldn't think of any better way for Watford to go into that second half, but currently it is 0-0. Bachmann, a great goalkeeper, obviously was great at the Euros, but here we go. Sheffield United now about to take this corner. Player puts his hand up. Here we go. Whips the ball in. And a free kick for something. I don't know who's putting their hands on who, but it's been given as a foul. And I presume there'll be about 30, maybe 40 seconds left of this first half. It is currently 0-0 still. And if you haven't already, by the way, guys, I said it already, please do smash the like button. Please do subscribe and let us know your predictions and your score predictions, because it's always good to see. I went for 2-1 Watford. As it stands, I'm going to stick with it because I've got to stick with my gut. But I just hope for a little bit more from Watford. They've been creating the chances, but there's no end product, as I've said. But Bachmann in goal, I still can't believe he's playing in goal as well. Austrian national keeper. Played at the Euros. Here we go. On the counter again. And Tom Cleverley with one of the weirdest tackles I've ever seen. I think it's because he fell over, if I'm honest. You're going to go and join the league now. Do it yet. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, please do join the Fantasy Football League. See you in a minute, Ole. Good to see you. And Tom Cleverley has just been yellow carded for that. It was a bit of a slip. It was a foul, but he also did slip on the way, which is just a bit crazy. It's a really weird one. I think the player turned and he just slipped. And so he's just fouled him in such a weird way. He's kind of just gone in with his head. It's a bizarre tackle, but he's been yellow carded. Rightly so. Whether he meant it or not, it is still a foul. Cheers to everyone who has subscribed, by the way. Appreciate it. This live stream is doing really well. Kieran Clark now wins his header, but it is over the bar. And that is it. Half time, 0-0. Watford. When I say Watford, it should be happy. It's been a good half, but again, I think they just lack that end product. Dylan, you did tell me about Cardiff. You did, so I will let you have that. Half time, I was just listening in then to see if they were going to talk about any of the stats, but no, they didn't. So they've just said half time, it is Watford 0, Sheffield United 0. And ask me absolutely anything. Fire any questions you want at me now. Now it's half time. We'll talk about absolutely anything because there's not too much to talk about when it came to that game, other than a few chances created. But as I said, just lack the end product. Simple as that. And I will check now the subscriber count to see if we've gained any more, because it's on my phone, so I can just quickly glance at it whenever I need. Still on 2,539 subscribers. Appreciate you all. We're growing. We're growing by the masses by the day, so I appreciate you all. We're growing really fast at the moment, so thank you. Don't know how many of you like the stream, but appreciate everyone if they have already. It's been a good game. It's been a good game. Am I not watching it with the sound on? I am, but not loud enough where you guys can hear it, because obviously you can't do that when you do streams. I've got it on extremely silently so no one can hear it, because you have to be careful with that. You're back, Ollie. Good to see you back in here. Ask me any questions you want, Ollie. Fire any questions you want away. We'll talk about absolutely anything. That's what I always love about these streams. Give me 2 seconds, because I'm going to turn the light on, because I've just realized how dark it's got in here. So give me 2 seconds. You ready? I'm going to run, and this will be very, very fast. You ready? I'm running to that door there to turn the light on. I told you I'd be fast, and that is so much better now. It's lighter in here. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Stacey says you're back. Good to see you back in the stream, Stacey. Ask absolutely any questions you guys want. I will answer anything. Hopefully, ideally about football, but we'll talk about anything. Put a mirror behind you so we can watch the match. Ah, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Stacey says good night. Are you heading off now, Stacey? Are you leaving the stream? If you are, good to see you in here. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, if you want to follow me on any other form of socials, my Instagram's Book Out Sam, Twitter's Book Out Sam, Book Out Sam on TikTok. Find me everywhere. So just go have a look. Dylan says review Chicago Fire 23-24 away shirt. I haven't seen it actually, Dylan. Is it nice? Let me know, guys. Let me know. I'm just checking now. The subscriber count is still the same. I'm still happy with that. It's still amazing. So thank you guys, everyone who has already subscribed. Let Stacey Jones want the score going to be. I think the score will be 2-1 to Watford, personally, with the way that first half went. But saying that, there wasn't really many clear-cut chances. Sheffield United had both the best chances. So really, as much as I'm talking about this Watford relentless attacks, really, Sheffield United have actually created the clear-cut chances. Who do I support? I, Callum, am a West Bromwich Albion fan. And just a general football fan. I watch a lot of non-league. I don't know if you've watched my TikToks, but I'm a West Brom fan. But I just love football. Hence why we're doing a watch long for this, because I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to do a match reaction after my analysis and thoughts. So yeah, if you haven't already, Callum, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Have I ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? No, I haven't. My brothers watched a bit, and it wasn't really for me. It wasn't my type of comedy. Do you watch it then, I'm guessing? Are you coming to on the 27th of August? I'll have to let you know, but I think I'm away. I think I'm down south somewhere for a game around that time, so I'll have to let you know. But Callum, to answer your question, yeah, I'm a West Bromwich Albion fan. Whether you like that or not, apologies, but hopefully you do like that. Good to see the amount of people we have got in this stream, by the way. There's a lot of people in here today. So currently there's a lot of you in here, so ask me any questions you want. Sam, is that 100% pure water you're drinking? Yes, only ever water. I absolutely love water, honestly. I love that. Love water. Where are you going on Saturday? I'm going to Shrewsbury. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going on Saturday. I haven't decided yet, but I'll have a look into it probably later tonight and have a look at some games. Probably somewhere down south, I'm thinking. How does it feel that Birmingham are finishing above West Bromwich Albion? That is a great comment. That is that's a good one. That is a good one. We can all dream, mate. We can all dream. Do you want to see? But I think Birmingham City will just about stay up this season. I think defensively with Trusty and players like that, hopefully we'll just about stay up, because I do like to see you in the Championship. That's always better. I like to see other sides in the Championship. Who's Shrewsbury got this week, Dylan? What is a football hot take that you believe in? I believe that Mikel Antonio is a Championship striker at best. I don't think he's a very good striker. Another take. Let me think of another football take. Something I've said recently. We spoke about this on the podcast. If you haven't watched already, I've got a hot takes video. Me and my mates, we discuss a lot of hot takes and points. We do a lot of start sub sells. If you haven't watched the podcast clips, we recorded a podcast actually today, just before I did this live stream. So if you haven't already listened to that, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, everything. So you have to let me know. You'll have to go check that out on all the places. Trusty is solid, loving American defender. Yeah, apparently the fans really like him. Is he the one on loan from Arsenal? Is that right? I think. Game seems a little bit lifeless, to be honest. The only way I could describe it, I wouldn't say lifeless is what I'd say. I'd say it's been a good game. A lot of half chances. I think both sides are really just. I'm trying to think of the right word to describe it. Just cancelling each other out. But Sheffield United created better chances, but Watford have created more chances. I think that's the only way you can really analyse it. But Sheffield United's chances have all come from flick-ons from Nibberson, basically, both times. Any other questions you guys have got for me? Another hot take is Messi is clear of Ronaldo, in my opinion. It was always going to be a 0-0, to be fair. Is that what you honestly think? You still think it's going to be a 0-0? How was your game against Luton, by the way, if you're a Birmingham City fan, DR? I think you are. I presume you are for your comment you made earlier. But let me know. Do you think Where do you think you'll finish then this season? Thank you, by the way, to whoever has just come in and just subscribed. I do really appreciate it. Thank you. We've just hit 2,540 subscribers. If anyone's got siblings, partners, get your siblings, get anyone you know, your nan, your granddad, your mom, your dad, get everyone to subscribe on all of their accounts because we are trying to hit 2,550 subscribers. We're just currently sat at halftime asking away absolutely any questions. Here's another question, guys. Coffee or tea? I'm a coffee man. I absolutely love coffee. I live for the stuff. It gets me through every day. That's another question I always ask at halftime. Where does everyone think Chelsea will finish? Because we spoke about this earlier. We spoke about it earlier on the podcast about where do we all think Chelsea will finish? Because a lot of people have really mixed opinions, don't they, on Chelsea and where they're going to finish. I read earlier about Kukurea and potentially De Jong going. De Jong and Kukurea could be ridiculous signs. It depends if your takeover ever happens. With this current squad, I would say we're just about to stay up. But the Deeney, our main striker, we're doomed. Why are you not a fan of Deeney then? It's really weird about everyone was really excited to see Deeney come to the club. And has it just not really worked out or something? Have you not been too happy with how it's gone? Cue Ball says coffee. Oh, iced coffee is banging. I'm not really an iced coffee fan. I'm more of just a coffee fan. But I think you've got an okay squad. But I think what you're blessed with this season, as in Birmingham City, is I think there are clubs that are worse than you, sides that are in worse situations. So as in squad, it's as in squad ability wise. So I think that you'll be blessed in that situation. Whereas I think there just is three sides that are worse. Deeney can't move. He's all talk. I don't really know how to respond to that. I saw little bits of him last season. Obviously, he was injured quite a lot, but he wasn't great, was he? I was expecting a lot more from him. I thought he'd be lighting up the championship, but I don't think he really helped him and play to his strengths, if I'm honest. So you'll have to wait and see. Just checking the subscriber count. We're still on 2,540, which is still amazing. I appreciate it. He's just a lump up front, and Hogan can't finish a whole bench of kids. Yeah, I get that, but I still think your starting 11 is a lot better than size. Like maybe if you look at Rotherham or Wigan, maybe. I look at other squads, and I think you've got an okay squad. Personally, you may disagree, but that's just my personal opinion. Ask any other questions, by the way, guys, to whoever's in the chat, because it's probably another few minutes yet before we get back underway. So ask anything you want whilst we're here, whether it be Nike or Adidas. Here's a good question, actually. Yeah, Nike or Adidas when it comes to football boots. Sunderland played all right on Sunday. I did watch the game. It was a great goal, wasn't it, from Gutierrez? I never know how you say his name, so I just said it really fast then. Yeah, it was a good finish from him, wasn't it, really? Yeah, it was a good game of football, actually. Really tense, lots of challenges flying in, which is what you'd love to see, is what we all love to see, isn't it? Let's be honest. But what is everyone's predictions for this second half? We lost 6-1 to Blackpool. Back end of last season, our squad is worse. I like your optimism though. My only opinion though, but you say that your squad is worse, and you talk about Blackpool. Blackpool have lost Neil Critchley, so I don't think they're going to do too well with them. Opinion on the new Fulham away kit. Is that the blue one? Because if it is, I really like that new Fulham shirt. I'm going to be doing a video ranking them all very soon. Burnley were very impressive. Burnley were absolutely amazing. But I also think they looked a lot better because Huddersfield was so poor. Like Huddersfield were absolutely dreadful, weren't they? Let's be honest. We can all say that, can't we? Company's got them playing well already. I get your point, DR, but I do think you've got to like step back and actually appreciate how bad Huddersfield were. Huddersfield not having a shot, I don't think, on target the entire game, I think. Huddersfield offered absolutely nothing. I think they've been really hurt by losing Lewis O'Brien and Toffolo. I think that's really going to hurt them this season. I think they overachieved last season. And I think really they're not going to do much then this season either. Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, Ollie, I agree. The Fulham away shirt's really nice. 3-1 to Sheffield United. Is that what you're saying, Dylan? I'll put it on the screen. Is that your prediction? 3-1 to Sheffield United. It's a very big prediction. Very bold though. Ask any other questions. We're about 2 minutes away now from kickoff for the second half. Birmingham versus Huddersfield predictions Friday. A draw. I think it'll be a 1-1. Personally, what are your predictions for the score? What did I think of Joe Aribo's first goal for Southampton? If I'm honest, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it, but I think he's a great player. I think he's a great signing. I think he's a really, really good player. A player that I speak about quite often. Joe Rebo was amazing at Rangers last season. I think he'll be really good. Really, really good. What games are in tomorrow in any leagues? Because I may watch them. There's no football on TV until Saturday or Friday. There's no football on TV until Friday night now. Hello, Zach. How you doing, mate? It's good to see you in here. It's been a very long time since I've seen you in one of these lives. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Will Haaland or Jesus score more goals this season? Well, this is a conversation topic I have a debate on. If anyone listens to the Book Out Sam Talksball podcast, I would recommend, by the way, 5 stars on Spotify. That's the score we've got still, review. We have this debate and discussion all the time. I want to say all the time, like every single week. I personally think it'll be Haaland. Sorry, Jesus, I said at the start. But out of spite, because my mate is an Arsenal fan, I'm going to say Haaland just because I know it'll wind him up as well. But I do personally think they will do that. Haaland will probably score. Jesus will score more, but I want Haaland to, just out of spite. Definitely Coffee. Yeah, I completely agree. Pure lawless. I was enjoying the Euros games. Yeah, Dylan, I was as well. Actually, the final was great. I'm good. Are you streaming any Prem games this weekend? Probably not this weekend, but potentially maybe next week and the week after. I'm going to try and stream a game a week if I can. And do lots more match. I do more match reactions than anything, Zach. They've been going really well at the moment. People have been really enjoying them, so I'm probably going to keep those up. Just getting people to see my thoughts on the games and understand where my head's at when I do my analysis and things. That's kind of what I want to do more so than anything. I really like doing the match reactions, and people seem to be enjoying them at the moment. You can see Haaland taking half a season to get going. That I could as well, actually. It could potentially, but at the same time, sorry. But at the same time, you saw he was getting in the right positions and things. So I think goals will come within time, won't they? Because it is Haaland at the end of the day. We know what he's like. But the game is about to kick off again, and I'm really excited for the second half. Actually, everyone has said their predictions. We've got 3-1s, 2-1s. We've seen 1-0s. We've seen some people say 0-0. I personally think it will be. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm saying 2-1. There you go. Zach, I know you from TikTok. When you follow me and I support Spurs, my favourite Formula One team, Williams Racing. Oh, it's good to see people connecting. I need somebody to buy Jude Bellingham so we get that sell-on fee ASAP. Yeah, I get you. 3-2, Sheffield United, says Ollie. We've put that in there. Hopefully we do get that many goals. It would be great to see that amount of goals, wouldn't it? We want to see goals. We always want to see goals in these streams. Where do I think Spurs will come in the Premier League? Well, I can tell you. Well, we've just recorded that on the podcast. That'll be going out tomorrow night. I don't know whether people will agree with me on this. I have gone, where did I say? Third. I said third for Spurs. I don't think they'll mount a title challenge. I still think they're very far off it. And I think people who are saying that they're going to be really in with the shout, I think people are underestimating how difficult it is to get into a title race. I really do. But let me know where everyone else thinks. But the players are coming back out now for the second half of this game, Watford versus Sheffield United. I'm excited for this second half because the first half was good, and I know a lot of people say it wasn't great because there wasn't any goals and things, but there were chances from both sides. Watford dominated possession, dominated chances, but Sheffield United had the better chances overall. So I want to see more from Watford more than anything. If Sheffield United carry on doing what they're doing, they could potentially get another big chance, but they need to just finish. I think we've got a good chance for the League Cup. Yeah. When I think about Tottenham, I think they need to get an FA Cup or a League Cup. I think that's the most important thing. Just win a bit of trophy, bit of silverware. But Watford about to kick off again now, guys. Not long until the game is back underway. Do you put time on the screen during the game? I can do, but not at the moment. I currently stream on StreamYard, so eventually I've got some software that I'm going to set up when I'm back off my holiday. The streams will have a timer. I'll have the team on the side, the starting 11. So hopefully the quality of all these streams will go up and they'll be more enjoyable for everyone. But I don't know what's just happened there. Dennis has just gone down with Sander Berge, contact straight away. Nothing's been given there, but maybe something might change. But Sheffield United now come out very, very fast pace. But Seema, being Seema, wins the ball back. I love Seema, man. I talk about him all the time. He's such a good player. I still don't see him as a defender. He obviously, when he first joined at Watford, he played on the wing at points, and I prefer him personally as a winger because I just think he's so good going forward. But then he's got the strength, he's got the position. Sorry, my throat went then. He's got the strength and the ability to play as a fullback, but he's just little moments lacks real judgment, defensive judgment, and he also a couple of times has switched off at points. But he plays very high up anyway. Dennis now's gone. He's beating the final man, but Kieran Clark tackles him at the final bit, and that was it. That was close then. Here's your free opinion, Sam. I hope he comes back to us at Ibrox. He's class. Yeah, I think Joe Aribo was class. Pure loyalist. Did you find my content through one of my Rangers reactions? I always find it interesting to find out where people found my stuff from. João Pedro whips the ball in now, and ball goes out now for a throw in. Cleared the cross. I think it's Hassan, the right back. He's been playing quite well actually. Cleverly for me, he's really struggled. But another throw now for Watford, right down in that far right-hand corner towards the corner flag. How do you think Swansea do this season? I think we can get in the playoffs. I think it'll be around mid-table, personally. I think playoffs is a big ask when you look at some of the sides and the budgets some of the other sides have. But my problem is with Swansea is you do get a lot of possession, but I just worry whether you've got the conviction to score enough to get into the playoffs. But you do play some really nice football. But Watford haven't started this half too greatly, but it's pretty much carried on from where we were before. Pretty much a lot of long football, not really many chances created from either side. So I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, we'll see more. You follow me on Instagram in the lockdown period. I know you from Instagram. Obviously, you were right at the start, Dylan. That must have been when it was. Love the hat, says Cue Ball. Appreciate it, my friend. It was sent by the Art of Football. Shout out to them for sending me this. It was a great hat. 1-0 Watford. João Pedro fouled. Oh, no. Ref hasn't given it, but for me, that's a foul. You can't block off a player's run like that. But that's poor. That's poor from the referee, in my opinion, there. João Pedro now kicked out in anger there. More than anything, João Pedro showing his youthful ways there. Who's finishing 20th this season and why is it Villa? I don't think the Villa will finish 20th. My prediction for 20th has got to be Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth and Fulham haven't invested right in the squad at all. João Pedro now given his yellow card. I told you it was out of anger. So he was blocked off about 30 seconds before. Goes down. Foul not given when I personally thought it was a foul. Player just steps across him. And in anger, then he sees the other player get the ball and he just goes straight for him and just kicks out at him. It's not really a yellow card. It's a foul, but I think the referee's being a bit harsh there. It was a little tackle on John Egan, but João Pedro has got a yellow card. I thought João Pedro was linked away. He was linked with a move away, but I didn't realise he hadn't gone in the end. I think I'm not telling you any more of my predictions, though, for the league because I have got the podcast coming out tomorrow and I don't want to spoil all of my predictions because then there'll be no point listening to it. I need all of you to listen to it. I need all of you to subscribe and do everything that you're already doing because it does help more than you can imagine. I keep telling you that. I'm going to sit up again now. João Pedro now beating his man and he's been fouled again there. And that's got to be a yellow card for Egan. Has to be a yellow card. João Pedro now causing problems as he's going forward there. Driving run straight. I think Wolverhampton is going to get a decent season. I've said I think they're going to be in and around the relegation zone, potentially looking at relegation. I think they're going to really struggle. The championship refs are already annoying you and we're already on match day 1. Yeah, I know. I completely agree. I think that from there, I don't understand how that was. I don't understand how that's not a yellow card for Egan there. It's just a really bad foul. He's taken out João Pedro when he's driving with the ball. And Egan did literally just foul him as well 2 seconds before. So really, he could have been on a red there for just two fouls. Both yellow cards, in my opinion. Here we go, though. Free kick chance now. A free kick in a good position. Can Watford whip in a good ball here? Tom Cleverley whips the ball in. And no, nothing to come from it. Seema potentially wins the ball back. Or, yep, Cathcart wins it back, gives it to Seema. Seema tries to run down the byline, just about keeps it in. And the referee's having a shocker here. The referee's giving some really poor decisions, in my opinion, here. Really poor. And he's not letting the game flow. This game has been really stop-starty anyway. And then he's been given a lot of fouls towards Sheffield United's way in the last couple of minutes. Decisions that I don't personally think were the right one. And the fans are starting to lose it. The players are starting to lose it. He's starting to really add to the tension and the atmosphere of this game. But around 35 minutes left of it. Sorry, 40 minutes left of this game. So not long left. It's still 0-0. Not really any clear-cut chances in this second half. But yeah, it's been it's not been the greatest of games. We had such a good game as well with the Burnley 1-0 game, so I was hoping more of that, but quite clearly not in this game. Nothing as of yet really to take note of. Not really a huge chance. But I think João Pedro is on fire. João Pedro is playing with. You can see the anger. You can see him biting his teeth whenever he's dribbling the ball. You can see grit in his teeth. You can see the anger in his face. But here we go. Seaman now stepping up against Baldock. And it's a blocked the cross, but it's out for a corner. Watford now can create a chance. Pile players into the box. They've got a big side. Whip that ball in. Put some pressure on the keeper because the keeper's quite small, but they haven't. I'm buffering, Ollie. Is that what you're saying? Apologies if I'm buffering. Am I still buffering? Who are you worried about in the Premier League next season? There's a lot of clubs, but you'll hear on the podcast that comes out tomorrow. You'll hear about it tomorrow. But let me know if I'm still buffering, by the way, guys. Hopefully I'm not. Hopefully you can hear me okay and you can see me okay. That is the plan. But here we go. Big chance now. A corner for Watford. Here we go. Can anything come from this? Whip the ball in. Doesn't beat the first man yet again. I keep saying it. Simple things like that. I don't understand why no one can beat the first man. But Seymour won the ball back again. Tom Cleverley really been struggling. It's good now. Good to hear, Ollie. I'm glad it's back to normal. João Pedro gets the ball now just outside the box, turns his man, and then loses it. Simply loses it. But Sarr, that's probably the first time we've seen Sarr get on the ball in this first 10 minutes of this half. He's really struggled to get into the game. I think Dennis the same in the second half as well. Dennis hasn't been as good as he was in the first half because Dennis in the first half was unplayable at times, taking the ball from all parts of the pitch, driving with those driving runs. You know what he's like, both footed, beating his men, getting to the byline, whipping the balls in. But Sarr, it's been all João Pedro in this half, personally, I'd say. He's been causing a lot of problems for the Sheffield United back line, lots of fouls against him. He's been annoying a lot of players more than anything. But Sheffield United now win the ball back, but just knock it long and then end up giving it away. That's the problem. If they're going to keep knocking it long, oh no, I say that they've just won the ball back. That Nebison has been playing really well up top. Actually, I think he's really done well to keep the ball. He's not really had much to work with. It's just been a lot of long ball football from Sheffield United. Not the kind of football we were seeing from them last year, but they are playing against a good side in Watford. So the fact it's still 0-0 is probably best. And the longer this goes on, the more I'd fancy Sheffield United because Watford can't keep this relentless pressure on throughout the game. They really can't. But if you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. Honestly, it helps more than you can imagine. I will do a live subscriber check. We are currently on 2,540. If you haven't already, literally just click the link down below. Just press the subscribe button. Click the notification bell button. It takes 2 seconds, and honestly, it helps more than you can imagine. We're trying to hit 2,550 subscribers if we can by the end of this live. That would be amazing if we could. We are only 5 away. Surely we could. So Stoke City in the relegation scrap? I doubt it, Dylan, personally. Am I allowed to donate to you? Don't mind. You can, mate. You don't have to. Honestly, you don't need to. Don't worry about it. But there is a way you can, but it's completely up to you, mate. I don't ask for donations. Obviously, I'll take any and thank people, but honestly, you don't have to. Player's gone down injured now. I think it's John Egan's gone down injured. Don't know what's really happened there, but he looks like to be in a lot of pain. I don't know who it is. I think it was John Egan, but someone's gone down. He's holding their calf, and the game's just slowed down just a little bit there. And I think he is really struggling. Here we go. John Fleck losing out the ball. Oh, here we go. Corner now for Sheffield United. Honestly, Ollie, you don't need to, mate. You don't have to. Don't worry about asking your parents. Just leave it, mate. You don't need to. You don't need to donate. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Substitution now. Who is coming on? So Ender Stevens is coming off for Max Lowe. Max Lowe's coming on now for Ender Stevens. I hope Ender Stevens is okay. Yeah, don't worry about it, Ollie, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't need to ask your parents. Keep the money. Spend it on something better. Just as long as you watch my streams, as long as you like them and subscribe, that's all that matters, mate. Don't worry about sending me money. Oh, short corner out to the edge of the box. Well worked, but it didn't work out. And here we go. Now, this is the thing I spoke about. A big chance now for the counter. If the ball is played right, but it was a really poor pass. And here we go. Sarr gets the ball. João Pedro at the back. João Pedro from 2 yards out. Golazo! 1-0. João Pedro. What a goal. What a finish. A counter that we spoke about. Sarr with the pace. Sarr bombs down that right-hand side. whips the ball across. João Pedro from 5 yards out smashes the ball into the bottom corner. It is 1-0 to Watford. We spoke about this. This is exactly what I spoke about. I thought Watford would be better when they sit back and sit deep and then they counter with that pace. And they have done. It is 1-0 to Watford. João Pedro scores the opening goal. What a finish it was. 1-0. Wow. I want to watch that back, how that came. So it literally comes from a short corner. Norwood plays it to the edge of the box. Fleck has an awful shot, which is then blocked. And then the counter starts. And the pace of Dennis, it's a poor pass. And then John Fleck misses the ball. Oh, I can't decide if it's offside there. There might be an offside. But what a goal. What a finish. The simple counter-attack. We spoke about it. A great ball from Sarr. And João Pedro puts it underneath the keeper. Straight through his legs. What a pass. What a finish. Exactly. Finally. What a moment. I'm glad. We said we wanted goals. And this now, it may open the floodgates now. The games can get a lot more interesting now, isn't it? Where is the contract for the BBC Match of the Day? You tell me, guys. We should get that sorted, shouldn't we? Hopefully, they're waiting. Hopefully, they're knocking on the door soon. But that is 1-0 to Watford after around 55 minutes played. I think there might be an offside shout potentially, but obviously no VAR, so nothing to do. It's a very, very tight angle, but a great ball from Sarr, by the way. A great ball. When will the next live stream be? Ollie, I am not sure off the top of my head, mate. The best way to find out, as I always put them on my Instagram, and another good way to find out is what I plan to do this year. Next time you go onto my YouTube, it will tell you all of my upcoming live streams as soon as you click onto my YouTube account. So if you click them, or if you click the notification bell, you will get a notification every time I upload and every time I go live. But João Pedro now on the attack again. He's hungry for more here. He's looking so bright, so good. Whips the ball in and shot. Oh, shot from the right back over the bar. But it's looking good. Rob Edwards showing that passion in the dugout. Yeah, the passion he showed there was great. It's a big job for him, isn't it? And it's vital to get that first goal, isn't it? Arsenal v Crystal Palace, I won't be able to live stream. No, I'll be out watching it at the pub with my friends for the first Premier League game, so there won't be any live stream for that one. But you will see more live streams coming. You will do. Yep, you've got the notifications on. Love it. So you will see when my next one goes live. You've had it for ages. Oh, appreciate that, mate. Always thankful for that. Anyone who subscribes, who does anything, let alone the notifications bell, I'm grateful for. So the notifications is even better, mate. So I appreciate that. Thank you. So it's currently, though, as I said, 1-0 to Watford. Watford, I spoke about domination, and I said the longer it goes on 0-0, I thought Sheffield United might come into it, but Sheffield United really haven't troubled Watford at all. But I do think a lot of that is down to the fact that they've really got no one too great going forward. They're not really done anything. And Watford just seem to be a lot more composed. They seem to be a lot better drilled, positionally wise, structurally wise. They just look like they know what they're doing more so than Sheffield United. Sheffield United look really all over the place. They look really disjointed. They look like they're really struggling. I don't know if they're still need to blow the cobwebs off, but I say that there's a counter attack now chance. Here we go down the left hand side. Oh, Max Lowe, awful cross there from him. Straight out for a goal kick. Really, really poor that is from them. Cramp, I bet. Yeah. What's the best stadium I've ever been to? Non-league or just in general? I don't know if you've seen, but there'll be a YouTube video going out soon because I went in and I was invited to go to Juventus to Turin to watch Juve play. Sorry, in a box, and that experience was just insane. So I'll be doing my YouTube video on that very, very soon. You'll hopefully see that, and that'll hit you. You'll be able to see my experience. It was just crazy. It was absolutely great. So probably the Juve Stadium was great. I've been to Benfica. I've been to Sporting Lisbon. I've done loads. I've got apps. You know, you think about it. I've been to 74 stadiums in the last year. That's just non-league. So I've got loads. I'm hopefully going to Plymouth as well next week for a game, because the plan is I'm not just going to do a bit non. You know, now it was before it was just non-league. I'm planning to do a lot more content, just general football, because you got lots seem to like the ones when I did a few league games. But if you haven't already, guys, please do share this live stream. Please do smash the like button. Please do subscribe because we are growing as fast as we can. Hopefully, we can hit 2,550 subscribers by the end of this stream. I've been saying that, but I think we're still 10 away, so I don't think it's possible. But thank you anyway. We tried, didn't we? But there's a big chance now. A corner for Sheffield United. Can they get a goal? They don't deserve it, but can they? They've got some big men in that box. You've got the likes of Sander Berge, Kieran Clark. Here we go. Can they create something from this? Ball gets whipped in, but doesn't beat the first man. What is going on with these corners? I spoke about it before. It's so simple to beat the first man from a corner. You're a professional footballer. I don't understand how they can't do it. And Max Lowe has kicked the ball out of play yet again. He has been dreadful since he's come on. I don't think he's found a single pass yet. He's kicked the ball out about 3 times. Can't see any more goals coming in. It's been one of those games, mate. I don't know. I still think with this Watford attack, there easily could be goals because you saw how fast and that came from absolutely nothing. One simple counter attack. Yes, there was a mistake by John Fleck, but you saw the pace. There could easily be another goal. But that's so. That goal that did come from Sarr down that right-hand side, that ball across to João Pedro, what a pass. But I tell you now, that team, this front three is going to be deadly in the Championship. We spoke about it right at the start of the game. We said about, and we highlighted how good they would be. And that goal, all 3 of them had a touch. It came through all 3 of them. And that's what we spoke about. The link-up play, everything between them is going to be vital to their season this year, and it's been vital in this game, let alone for the rest of the season. João Pedro, a player that I really liked, was really good in the Championship last time, and I think he hopefully can be good again. Didn't really get much chance last season in the Premier League, so be interesting to see how much chance he gets under Rob Edwards. But so far, he's definitely deserves his place. Have I been to St Andrews? Yes, I went to St Andrews. I saw West Brom beat Birmingham City in the Cup a while back. I think Anichebe scored. You'd got Damari Gray. It was quite a while back. That was a long time ago. I think we beat you 2-1. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Damari Gray was still there at your place. That's how long ago that was. We were in the Championship and we played players. We were in the Premier League, so we played players like Sessegnon, I think. Played like our second team. That was a very long time ago now. I've said that. I didn't think it was that long, and now I'm thinking about it. It definitely would have been a while back if Damari Gray was still at Birmingham City. Jeez. But here we go. Watford now caving into Sheffield United's half, just keeping the ball, just passing it around between 3 players here. They're just toying with Sheffield United. Oh. Has there been given? No foul given. I thought there was another foul there, but no foul given. Just under half an hour left of this game. I still think there's another goal in this. I really do. I still think there's another goal. Whether it be Watford or Sheffield United, I still have a feeling there could be something here. The last time you were decent, yeah, that was a very long time ago, to be fair. Do feel for how things have gone at Birmingham City. I know a lot of people laugh and they like to see their rivals do badly, but I would like to still see my rivals compete. I like nothing more than seeing like local rivals and local teams doing a bit. Obviously, I don't want them doing better than us, but I want them to see them on a level playing field. I want to be able to compete. I prefer games when it could go either way. If you know what I mean. I love the tests, the big games, the big derbies, but I don't really think West Brom versus Birmingham City is that big a derby anyway, to be honest. I don't think it's on the level of West Brom Villa or Blues Villa or West Brom Wolves. It's a bit more of a nothing fixture, isn't it, really, compared to the rest of them? But Watford now are really just toying with Sheffield United now, pinging it around, players bringing the ball down with the outside of their boots and things. It's getting a bit fancy now. Watford dominate possession, dominate and play, just pinging it about, toying with players. Here we go. Dennis beats his man. Dennis, oh, he's overdone it. Dennis could have passed it to about 3 players then, or just even had a shot. He's overdone it there. Has to score that. I don't know why on earth he either didn't pass it or didn't shoot. He's in the opposition's box, taking about 20 touches before he shoots. He has to pass there or shoot straight away. He's overdone it there. Really should do better with that. Beats the man and then takes an extra 2 touches. Doesn't need to do that. He went past Kieran Clark like it was nothing. Everton versus Chelsea. When is that? Because if it's Saturday, I won't be able to do it because obviously on Saturdays, I'm off to watch my non-league games, do my TikTok ground reviews. So I doubt I will be able to do that. Millwall and Birmingham got a really big hatred. Do they? I didn't know that. Actually, I did. I've watched the Brummy on tour. And I saw his video. Oh, Dennis is beating his man. Dennis down the byline, cuts it back, and it is about to go out, I think, for a corner. There we go. It's Watford, another corner now. Watford have just been creating chances after chance after chance. Dennis is just having so much fun. He stands out. He's way too good for this level. The more I watch this, I'm gonna go, Sam. So have a good night, Ollie. Have a good night, mate. Cheers for coming in the stream. Cheers for liking and subscribing, mate. I do appreciate it. It's good to see you back in. It's been a while, so good to see you. Big chance though for Watford now. Here we go. So a corner. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed. We've got a new subscriber, so thank you whoever's done that. But it is a big chance now. Watford corner now. Seamer whips the ball in. Doesn't beat the first man. There's been about 10 corners now where they haven't. 1-1 says RCBA TV. Big shout that is. I rate that. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you to whoever who's just come in and subscribed. If you haven't already, please do click the subscribe button. Please do click the notification bell. It helps more than you can imagine. We're slowly trying to get to 2,550 before the end of the stream if we can. It would honestly be amazing if we could. I think it's a big ask still, but there is still time left. There's 25 minutes left of this game, so still it could happen. You never know. But I'll be doing a match reaction after this, so please as well, give it 10 minutes after the game, maybe 15, and you'll see my opinions on the game, a bit of analysis and all my thoughts. But Watford now win the ball back again. Oh, unlucky. Dennis tried to play that final killer pass, but it was just cut out by Sheffield United. I won't be able to do the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. Apologies. I won't be back in time for the game. I'm always out at games, so I travel hours away, so I never can get back for 5:30. Like this week, I was at a game that was an hour and 15 away, so I can never get back in time for those kind of games. So apologies about that. Here we go. Max Lowe now trying to drive at the Cabasay, but that's the problem with this side. They've been really struggling. I think Lowe's really struggled when he's come on. Hasn't done anything. Gerard. I think the problem is with Gerard going to the Villa. I just don't think. I think it came about at the wrong time. That's all. I think it just all came about at the wrong time. I understand. Will you go to Wimbledon soon? Yeah, Wimbledon's on the list. Wimbledon's on the list of clubs that I need to go to. I've got a real long list of clubs that I'm really excited to go to this season. So I've got loads to look at and loads to go to. But thank you, by the way, guys, to everyone who subscribed in this stream. We've grown by 9 subscribers in this stream, which is always amazing to see. I appreciate all of you. We are going to get as close as we can. Rangers are bigger than Villa. But I agree, but I think Gerard wanted to manage in the Prem, didn't he? I think he saw the first, because I think in his mindset, I think everyone knows and everyone discusses it, he wants to manage Liverpool in the future. So I think he saw Villa as an easier stepping stone than going from Rangers to the Premier League. Because now, if anyone ever questions and he hasn't got Premier League experience, he always does now. So I get that Rangers are bigger than the Villa. I agree. But I think Gerard sees Villa as an easier stepping stone. 3 substitutions, by the way, by Sheffield United. Kadra has come on. Brewster has come on. So a bit more energy to input into the side. Hopefully something can come on, a bit more attacking threat. So I'll have to wait and see. Don't know if that makes sense, pure loyalist. I don't know if you agree with what I'm saying now. I'm trying to explain myself properly there, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect Rangers in any way. I'm just saying I think that's what I see it as. Kadra now driving. Kadra, for the first player out of all the Sheffield United side to drive at a Watford player, to actually try something, create space, take players out of position. No one's done it whatsoever in this Sheffield United side. A very good player. I think it was at Blackburn last season. I think it was. And he was great there last season. Oh, no. And they've lost it now. Watford now back on the ball. They're just going to slow it down. For the last 21 minutes, Watford 1, Sheffield United 0. This has been, it's been actually a good game. I know we spoke about earlier saying that it didn't have many chances, but we've got a goal. That's what we asked for. And you can't ask for much more than that, can you? As long as you get a goal in every game, then we're happy. And I can't believe, I was up one of the Spanish commentators. I went, golazo. I've never done that before. And I don't know if I'll ever do that again. So apologies to everyone that had to listen to that and everyone that had to hear that. I can't believe I celebrated the goal like that. Never done that before. Oh, I'm not going to watch this stream back. I never watch the streams back, to be honest, anyway. Here we go. So at least Kadra now is playing on that final man. And Kadra's just kind of running around, just kind of creating space, drawing players out of position. It's the first player to at least just try and test that line, because Watford have just sat in deep, and that's what they do. As soon as they lose the ball, they sit in deep and it works. They press as a team and then they sit back as a unit. Oh, can they correct? There we go. So this is something we saw with Sheffield United back in the past when they got those centre backs bombing on at the pitch, and someone's just tried to run on the pitch, a pitch invader, but they didn't get on. They didn't even make it on the pitch. They've tried and they've just been escorted out the ground. They tried their hardest but didn't make it. That's embarrassing, isn't it? Couldn't even get on the pitch. But Dennis now driving with the ball. He's holding off the player. He's so good, isn't he, Dennis? He's so good. Really like. I still can't believe no Premier League side came in for him and bought him. Wonder how much they valued him at though. Watford. That's the thing because they priced a lot of clubs out of SAR, didn't they? For when they wanted like 50, 40 million. But João Pedro as well. I think he's great in the Championship. I haven't really seen him try. I've been given a proper chance. But SAR shoots from distance. Oh, put it wide. Big chance there from SAR. SAR's been quite quiet. Other than the assist, he hasn't really offered too much. But that's all you can ask. A contribution is more than enough, really, isn't it? That chance, by the way, I just watched it back, was absolutely dreadful. I spoke about SAR nearly scoring there. It was absolutely nowhere near. Like, literally nowhere near. Nearly hit the cameraman, though, so there's something to laugh about. Something to laugh about. But only 20 minutes left of this game now. Watford still 1-0 up against Sheffield United. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think there'll be any more goals? Because Sheffield United are slowly coming into this game. They're creating more chances. They're putting more men forwards. We'll see if anything can come from this. But Watford have defended well in numbers, sat in deep, and they just keep counter-attacking. Oh, another pitch invader now. Don't know what's going on here. Second pitch invader from the same side. Player, the guy didn't get on though. The stewards get them off before they go. He went with the money, Sam. I'm not sure it is the money though. I think he just wants Liverpool, and I think he thinks it's an easier stepping stone personally. But I do agree there is a lot of money invested by the Villa. The Villa have spent a ridiculous amount in the last 10 years. Villa are the 9th highest net spenders in the Premier League. In Europe, sorry. Dennis to make it 2-0. That is a bold prediction, James. I love that from you. James, I don't think I've seen you in the lives before. If you have been in here before, appreciate you coming in again. And if anyone is in here that is new, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,550 subscribers if we can by the end of the live stream. And we have just gained a subscriber. Thank you to whoever has just subscribed. We absolutely love that from you. Only 8 away now. Surely it could be on now. We could do the 2,550. I think it's on, I said it earlier about it wouldn't. So it could be back on, guys. I think these new people in the live, surely we can get 8 new subscribers and hit 2,550 before the end of this stream. That would help more than you can imagine. It would be amazing to see if we could do it. But thank you, everyone who has been in here. Only about 15 to 16 minutes left of the game. It is still 1-0. Rob Edwards looking a bit nervy, a little bit caged on the side because Sheffield United have now been creating a few chances. So they're starting to come into this game. Those substitutions have been bright. Kadra specifically has been creating a lot of chances, really causing some problems. I noticed the Football Hub shirt. Yes, this is Fan Hub. I will show you now. I'll take the banner off underneath. This is a Fan Hub shirt sent by them. Hopefully you guys think it's quite cool. I really like it. They sent it me and it arrived today in the post. I really like it. So thank you to them for sending it me. The game is now back underway. I think it was all for a pitch invader. I can't decide. It looked like it from my perspective. It looked like something like that was going on. But there seems to be a lot of stewards down by that corner. So I don't know if there's any fan trouble going on or if something wrong with the fan. Hopefully, if it is something like that, that they are okay. I'm not entirely sure. You can't really see. There's going to be an OG. Then someone will score a last-minute winner unless Sheffield United score. That's a big ask. It's a big, not bad mouthing him. As I said, he's a top guy. He went. Some players didn't even know he was away. Yeah, it wasn't the nicest way he left the club because obviously everything had gone down and people did love him, but it's a shame. They do decent prices for tickets. They do. Yeah, everyone go check them out. They've sent me this free shirt. I really am grateful for it. So thanks to them. But about 15 minutes left now of this game. I say 15 minutes. There's obviously going to be a little bit more added time. I'll probably say there's going to be about 4 or 5 added minutes. But as it stands, Watford 1-0 up against Sheffield United. 2 sides which we all know are going to be at the top of the table, towards the top end of this table. Who knows who will win the league? No one knows. Whether they get, I say that, it's usually Norwich, isn't it? Let's be honest. Norwich have a real thing with winning this league. But both of these sides are going to be in and around the playoffs. So this is huge. because as much as people say, "Oh, it's only the first game," but it's still 3 points at the end of the day. I don't see. I understand why people say you can only tell how good a side is after about 10 or 12 games, but it's still a lot to ask. But we have literally got 15 minutes left. Sheffield United have made some substitution. They're now starting to look a little bit better, but as it stands, it looks like Watford are going to win this, and I think they may score again. But who knows? Brewster's been quite bright since he's come on. Kadra specifically has had a few moments where he's been driving with the ball. But as I said, it's been a good game. I've enjoyed this. Watford, aside that, a lot of people, for some reason, they've always got a good side and they usually go up, but they aren't the most attractive like footballing side. They don't. I think it doesn't help with the narrative about the way they sack managers. So not many people are massively fond of Watford and the way they work the club. Oh, what a turn that is! Max Lowe, since he's come on, has really struggled. Really struggled. You're worried about Brentford. Brentford are going to struggle this season. I completely agree. Yeah, without Ericsson, I think they're going to really miss out on that creative spark that he brought to the side. But Sarr now operating on that right hand side beats his man. Can he whip a ball in? Yes, he does, and a great ball. In fact, no, it's not. It's gone right over the top. You think your prediction of 1-0 is looking good? Yeah, it is at the moment. But I still think there's definitely another goal in this. I still honestly do. There really is. I still think there's going to be a big chance towards the end. But literally 14 minutes left of this game, as I've said before. 1-0 to Watford. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. We're growing. And a lot of people say, oh, you need to... don't keep asking for it, but we got to try and get to 2,550, haven't we? So we've got to keep telling people. I know it might be a lot of the same people here, but we are growing since I've been asking. So we're only 8 away now from doing it. One thing I'm worried about, Aston Villa, Philippe Coutinho getting injured. Aston Villa being in deep trouble. I think Villa are in deep trouble anyway. They keep spending big and nothing's really coming from it. So I don't understand how they can do this for FFP for so long. They spend a large amount of money for a long time. I know they obviously got Grealish money, but before that, they've been spending 100 million every year for season upon season for a long time now. And Backman there has literally just passed the ball out of play from just a simple pass back. Just passed it out for a throw in. Really poor from him there. Really poor. Really struggling. I used to think he was quite good with the ball as well. And another sub, Billy Sharp is coming on now. I can't remember. Somebody earlier, I think it was Stacey, spoke about how she wanted Billy Sharp to come on and score. Well, Billy Sharp is coming on now. A man that we all know, Mr. Sheffield United. He always bags goals, doesn't he? So, and who's coming off? Who is coming off? Oh, ND's come off. ND's come off. No championship game I had more than 3 goals in match they won. I hope it won't be a goal dry season. No, I think it's just the first game, isn't it? Always in the first game, everyone's just a bit nervous, and you wait to see how good sides will be. I think everyone's just sizing each other up. No one really goes for it because everyone's just nervous because no one wants to get battered, do they, on the first day? So I think that's what a lot of that's down to. But Kadra there whipped the ball in and it's been headed clear, but potentially another chance now. Sander Berge has been really quiet in this game. A player that you do usually really like, but he's not really offered much now. But Sheffield United got another corner now. They're going to try to whip the ball in. Sam, I open TikTok. The first thing I see is your beautiful face. That is what we like to hear. That is what we like to hear. The algorithm doing you well, you lucky man. But here we go. Another corner now. Just over 12 minutes left just over 10 minutes left, of the game. A corner now for Sheffield United. They haven't beaten the first man once yet from a corner, so let's just hope they can do from this because it would be huge if they could. Here we go. They've beaten the first man. Sander Berge heads it towards the goal. Penalty shout. Referee just tells him to get up. Sander Berge, that's quite funny because he's so big when he goes down to dive. It took him about 10 years to hit the floor. That was quite funny, that was. He literally fell in slow motion, but he's not asking for it, so I'm presuming it definitely wasn't a foul then because he doesn't seem to be annoyed about the decision not going his way. Who's coming on now? Somebody's coming on for Watford. I'm trying to see who's coming on. Cannot see yet at the moment, but Rob Edwards is using... I keep forgetting it's 5 subs, isn't it, in the league? So you're going to miss Fulham scoring 6 past teams from Fun this season. I'm not, because I remember saying that Fulham last season wouldn't get promoted. That was my prediction. And I looked so silly. So they really made me sad last season. I predicted Sheffield United to win the league last year. And I said West Brom second. And neither of them came through. So that's my fault. Here we go. Oh, a good tackle from Tom Cleverley. Tom Cleverley, he's really got into the game. He started off really, really poorly. I remember saying about how he really struggled, but slowly as the game went on, he played really, really well. The legs on Dennis, honestly, he's been pressing now for the entire 90 minutes. By far, easily my man of the match. No discussion, no debate. It has to be man of the match. Sub now being made by Watford. Sarr is coming off. He's had a really good. When I say really good game, obviously got goal contributions, so you can't really question what he's done. But other than the goal contribution, other than the assist he got, he hasn't really done much, offered anything. But a goal contribution is the biggest. That and the goal are the most important thing. So it doesn't really matter if he's not getting on the ball much. Started off brightly. Ray Manaj has just come on now, the number 9 for Watford. Don't really know much about him, what he offers. He seems like a bit of a unit. He seems quite wide, so potentially they might be lifting the ball up. I doubt he's got as much pace as Sarr, because I don't think anyone on the planet has as much pace as Sarr. So we'll have to see how he fits into this side. But 10 minutes left now. Oh, here we go. Kadra. See, there we go. That just sums up Sheffield United's night there. Kadra wins the ball back and then runs into Brewster. I think that sums up the entire night of Sheffield United. They get a chance to really hit the side on the counter and they literally run into their own player. Fred is underrated. I don't think so. I don't think he's underrated, personally. I don't think he's very good at all. I think this season you'll really see his standard and his level that he's at. But personally, I don't think he's underrated. You guys might, it might just be me, but I don't think he's good enough to be a Man United player. I don't think he's good enough to be in the top half of the Premier League side. I think he's more like a player who should play at an Everton level, or maybe a Villa or a Palace, that kind of level. I personally don't think he's good enough to play in the top half of the Premier League side. But you guys may disagree. Yeah, I think more. I think that's probably a controversial opinion on my part. Big chance now. Kieran Clark heads it across. Oh. How has Billy Sharp not got onto that? A huge chance yet again. And it's not Kieran Clark. I keep saying it's Kieran Clark, but it's not Kieran Clark. I think that was that Ender Stevens or John Egan? Somebody's headed the ball across there. I'm not sure if it was a shot or if it was a header back across, but either way, it's in a really weird corridor. No one got onto it because no one could have got there in time, but it wasn't close enough to the goal. So it was a poor header in the end, really. But just, again, sums up Sheffield United's night. Not good enough. That final product throughout the night. Fred just needs a good centre mid partner. I'm not sure. I think Fred isn't good enough either. I think if he was good enough, then you would see he would stand out, but he doesn't stand out. You don't like the Jesse Lingard transfer to Forest? I think it's a really good transfer. I don't get the narrative of why it's a bad signing. You think about it, it's only £10 million for a player that's played 150 games for Man United, 30 appearances for England, and they're only paying 10 million. That's it. If you were to say to a newly promoted side, you get a player from Man United for 10 million, he's played 150 games for Man United and 30 for England, you'd say, yes, I'd take that. I think he's a great player. Just got unlucky with... Oh, unlucky. Another ball whipped in there by Sheffield United, trying to create another chance, but nothing comes of it again. Simply, again, just well defended. Poor cross, really. Just lifted it up for Backerman, and Backerman came out, collected it, and just lay on the floor. Well, Sam, mate, I'm going to go. Thanks again for your live. Take care and all the best. All the best to the chat. Catch up soon, mate. Thank you, pure loyalist, for being in the live again, mate. I hope you're having a good night. Cheers for watching the content and subscribing, mate. I always appreciate you in here, so thank you, mate. Have a good night. Yeah, I get that, but I don't think Bruno was utilised. I don't think Bruno and Ronaldo can play together. I think Bruno offers, doesn't help when Ronaldo, because Ronaldo obviously doesn't press. Bruno had to do all the pressing and things. I don't think really he was good enough. I think he deserves to go to West Ham. But if West Ham wanted him, West Ham would have got him. Everyone going, oh, he's chosen Forest over. It's a job at the end of the day. I don't understand. Everyone is moaning at Jesse Lingard for not going to West Ham. I think it's West Ham's fault. West Ham should have shown more ambition to sign him rather than Forest. I think Forest showed ambition. I don't think West Ham showed any ambition. I don't get why everyone is so bothered so much. Ryan Gosling now has just come on. Gosling has just come on now for Watford. A player who, you know what he can do in the Championship. He's one of those players, isn't he? Watford now taking the ball towards a corner. Well, you thought that, and then he's cut back inside. Minaj gets the ball now. Shoots from distance. Great shot, but a great save. Unlucky. It's his first chance, and that was a great lowly drilled shot. When it has the attributes to press, he just needs to be told to do it. In my opinion, I don't think he. I don't. I'm not sure on that. DR. I don't think Ronaldo will ever press. Do you not think someone's tried to tell him to press? He's never pressed in his lifetime. I don't think he can be bothered because Ronaldo's too bothered about scoring goals, which is not a problem. His whole game is built around scoring goals, so he doesn't want to press because he wants to retain all of his energy. No, I don't think Ronaldo will press next season. I think he'll refuse, and I think that's one of the reasons potentially why he wants out. Harry Winks rumoured with Everton. I don't get that as a signing. Personally, I don't really rate Harry Winks. I don't know about everyone else. I'm not sure. What's his best attribute? Like, what's his one standout attribute for Harry Winks? I don't know. CR7 is old. That is correct, Fred. CJ. That is a great statement. I appreciate that. But no, he's getting old as well. So, but you say that he's very fit, isn't he? He like wins all the competitions, on fitness and things like that. Ronaldo's getting old. He should go to Sporting. Sporting aren't going to be able to afford him, are they? Absolutely no chance. Gosling off and João Pedro off. So Watford now are going a little bit more defensive, and they're just replaying the goal now from João Pedro. It's a great finish, actually. Ball comes across. Keeper comes running out, so he just puts it straight under the keeper. A really well-worked goal. That front three of Sarr, João Pedro, and Dennis worked so well. João Pedro, the second most amount of touches on that pitch. When you think it's usually centre-backs, isn't it, really? So that just shows you how much he's really been getting on the ball. A really good player. I've really liked him in this game. He's been integral to everything that was good when it came to Watford. Really good performance from him. Really good. Good to see as many people as we have done in the live. We've only got potentially about 5 minutes left of this game. So if you are new, by the way, in this live, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. It honestly helps more than you can imagine. We were trying to hit 2,550 subscribers before the end. We didn't get there, but I think we got close enough. I think we've done really well. There is literally 5 minutes left on the match, I think. Probably a bit more added time, though. So probably only about 7 or 8 minutes left of this stream. If Ronaldo couldn't shoot, then he would struggle in League Two. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get that as a statement, Toby. I don't understand that. But that's like saying if Ronaldo didn't have if Ronaldo couldn't head a ball, it wouldn't work. But he can, so I don't get that as a statement, Toby. I'm confused with what you're trying to say there. Surely, guys, we can get us to 2,545 then. Surely you know of 3 people. Surely there are 3 people's siblings that we all know of, or family members, to get us to that 2,545. But if not, it is not the end of the world. But straight after this live stream, if you wait 10 minutes, you will see my match reaction that I will be uploading straight after this. And hopefully you will all find my opinion. Pity Pedro didn't really have an impact in the Prem last year. I think he'll bag this season. Though, yeah, we spoke about this earlier. I'm not sure why it didn't work out for him, because I think he is potentially good enough. I don't know if he just wasn't utilising the system, maybe his build. I think it will come with time, but I do think he's good enough to be a lower end Premier League striker. I really like him as a player. I think he's technically gifted. He's got an eye for goal. He's got all the attributes you'd want from a striker. I just think potentially he makes a couple of wrong decisions sometimes, and his head's not exactly switched on when he's playing. Like his decision making isn't completely there. But I think that will come with time, James, personally. I think CR7 goes to the MLS. Again, I think he's got too much ambition. I think he's worried about Messi catching him for his Champions League goal tally. So I wonder whether he wants to play in the Champions League, hence why he wants to leave Man United, potentially just to play Champions League football. I don't know about you. You might disagree. Let me know. 89th minute, but I presume there's going to be a lot of added time. There's been quite a few injuries in this game. There was a stoppage for something with a fan. I don't know if the fan tried to pitch invade or something, but there was a bit of stoppage. But Sheffield United now got the ball back in Watford's half. Kadra's got the ball now. Kadra goes to whip it in, but decides against it. Couple of times now where it looks like Sheffield United have the chance to whip the ball in to try and create something, but they just decide against it. That's been the really confusing part for me in this game. I think De Gea will be gone by the end of the season. I think Ten Hag will be stressed out with him. I don't think he's good enough. Lowe has been dreadful since he's come on. Lowe has really struggled to get up to the pace of the match. He's kicked the ball out about 4 times now. CR7 to go to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich turned him down. They had the chance, I think, and I think they said no. Players with cramp now, so we're just waiting on them to see what's going on. Fred says I. Or does that say L? What they're saying L for? What are you saying L for, Fred? 6 minutes added time, guys. Literally 6 minutes left. This is huge. Big result this is for Watford if they can get this win across the line for Rob Edwards, especially. New manager, new team, lots of pressure on him. But uh, so far, it looks like they've got the win, but there's still only a bit left. So anything could happen. Anything could change in this last 5 minutes. So staying alive. There's only a little bit left there of this live stream. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button and do subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. And hopefully everyone's enjoyed this. There's only been one person who predicted 1-0. So a lot of predictions were completely wrong, but it doesn't matter. At least people put their predictions in. That's what we all do. I said 2-1 Watford, so I wasn't close enough either. So it's not just me. But yeah, only a little bit left now. Sheffield United now trying to pass out, but Watford just pressing again. We talked about this intense press, but late challenge there. So Sheffield United now have a free kick just on about the halfway line on the corner of the pitch on the opposite side to the manager's dugout. So they can really whip a ball in now from deep if they go for it. But it looked like then they were going to play it short, but I think they've got to whip the ball in, just knock it long into that box to see if they can create something. The photo behind you. Oh, it's from the range. It's just a painting. It's nothing special. But now, will John Fleck whip a good ball in? It's knocked in long. Cathcart clears. And Sander Berge, who, as I said before, I think has been really poor in this game. I've been really disappointed by Sheffield United as a whole. Sander Berge foul there. It's got to be a yellow card, surely. It's got to be a foul, surely. Pulling back Minaj, or Minaj, I don't know how you say his name, but 92nd minute now. And you can see the frustration in Sheffield United. I think it's a mixture of two. Watford have really played well in the sense of they've sat in deep and then pressed in numbers when they do. You can see how structured they are with their side, tactically aware when to press and when to press as a unit. So in that sense, it's been a really good performance from Watford. Things are looking bright for them, and especially with that front two we've spoken about throughout this time, they've been really good. But I do worry for Sheffield United. This has been not what you'd hope or expect from them. It's been really poor, especially considering they got to the playoffs last year. Playoff semi-final, you'd hope maybe carry a bit of momentum, try and really push on forward, but it's not been good enough, has it, really? Really not being good enough. But only a few minutes left now, probably only about 2, maybe 3 more attacks. 3 minutes left of this extra time. And Kadra, as much as he did come on and do a little bit when he first came on, drived at players, but other than that, he hasn't really done anything. But then he hasn't really had a chance to get on the ball. And when he does get on the ball, there's no one around him. It's like Sheffield United aren't brave. No one's asking for the ball. No one's offering. It's just everyone's just they're playing two up top, and there's no one in the middle. The gap between the defense and the midfield and all over the place is just simply what hasn't been good enough in this game. 2.5 minutes left of this game. I haven't been talking at all. I watched it on the TV. We played bad. We did some good footwork, but not enough attacking work. 5 out of 10 performance. Unlucky Blaze. We focus on Saturday now. Yeah, I completely agree with it. I don't think really you've created enough. I think I feel like you're missing a creative player like when you had Morgan Gibbs-White last year. I think you're missing somebody like him, a middleman to link up that front two with the rest of the midfield because there's such a massive gap. But yeah, it just hasn't been good enough. I'm just watching now. Sheffield United still not even looking now like they're going to do anything. They're struggling to get anywhere near. Absolutely anywhere near. They win the ball back and the Watford pressure just is straight on instantly. A foul given away now, a yellow card for a late challenge. There was no need for that. I don't really understand why that challenge was made. But only a minute and a half left now. I'm guessing the final attack now. It's a foul made probably just inside Watford's own half, very centrally, potentially can whip the ball in. West Brom watch long on Monday, absolutely no chance. I'll never do a West Brom watch long. I honestly don't think I could do it. It'd be way too stressful. Way too stressful. But the ball about to be knocked in now. Probably the final attack, a minute left on the clock. Ball whipped in, headed back across. Sander Berge. Sander Berge goes down again. Just needs to be faster on the ball. I could have scored there. But potential counter-attack might be on the cards here. Here we go. Dennis driving forward. Dennis driving. It's 2v about 8 defenders, but Dennis, you know what he's like. Puts the ball in, absolutely nothing comes from it. But there could have been another encounter there. But I think Watford was sensible there, not to get excited and just sit everyone back in deep. Because if they'd all gone for it, then it wouldn't have worked out well if they'd have been recounted back onto themselves, if you know what I'm trying to say. João Pedro has been given man of the match. 1 goal, 2 shots on target, successful final third passes, 18. They have been West Brom versus Birmingham. Do a watch along. Absolutely no chance. You couldn't watch that. I'd absolutely lose it. I don't think you'd ever see. I couldn't do that. Absolutely no chance. This is at PC page. I don't say anything. When are you going to do another team review? I highly recommend Leighton Orient. The stadium is small but an amazing atmosphere. As in School Raider, you ask as in for my TikToks. Is that what you say in School Raider? Because I do one every single week, if that's what you're asking. Every Saturday. So I haven't got this Saturday's game sorted yet. So I could have a look if you want to know. If you let me know. But referee surely about to blow for full time. But I just want to thank everyone because it looks like the referee is looking at his watch. So I think it's going to be a second now before the end of the game. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who was coming this live stream. I really appreciate it. It's been a good one. I've really enjoyed this thoroughly, and I'll release a match reaction in about 10 minutes. So it'd be great if all of you could smash the like button and watch the match reaction. It'll be out in 10 minutes. But thank you. That is full time, everyone. As I said, I'm going to keep saying thank you again. But thank you for watching. Look out, Sam. Over and out. I'll see you again very, very soon. And the match reaction will be out in 5. Thank you.